What up, though? It is now official tissue. Oh shit! I didn't even drop the link on my homies. I'll do that in just a second. But shout out to everyone. Yo, it's a Friday night. I tend to do pretty well on Friday nights. It's good conversation. Um, you see the title, right? You get the intro off. We mainly talking about the headline is Mayweather Pacquiao the rematch. We're gonna dip through that because those are definitely legendary big names, and it's cool to see them line it up again. Obviously, the first time was underwhelming, but hey, maybe they're more money hungry right now or need the money more now and have less to lose. So we'll see. Hey, quick pause for the cause. I'm going to cam down and send out the link. I forgot to do my due diligence, so I'll be right back, but I'm going to keep talking. It's going to cam down. So, yeah, we're going to talk Mayweather Pacquiao rematch to start, and we got a date. Y'all see it at the bottom of the screen. It's going to be September 19th of this year at the Sphere in out in Las Vegas. So that's why you see that Sphere in the background. Yeah, I know it's not exactly what the building looks like, but pumping it up. And I'm kind of proud of this. A lightweight proud of this thumbnail, man. That shit turned out that shit turned out fun. Okay, so let me drop this. Boom, Bob on the homies. Pull up, please. It's gonna be a slow roast. I might go for a while tonight. We'll see. I'll try to give you at least 2 hours, but shit, I'll see where the evening takes me. So that's where I'm at with it. I know Kalia will be pulling up momentarily. My number one sub. Salute to the chat. Everyone who pulls up on the panel, definitely shout out to y'all. Got it up to the group chat. I'm gonna hit the Discord. Bear with me. Yes. And in other news, we're gonna talk about Devin Haney and his big deal he got with Zuffa, right? I mean, I know people like to hate on him. His style isn't super fan friendly, that is. But he gets it in. He's not ducking anyone. Out of those quote unquote four kings, as y'all wanted to call him, I never called him that. He thugged it out. As I like to say, thugged it out the most in terms of taking on the big names. If I'm wrong, then correct me. Definitely wouldn't Tank. Definitely it wouldn't Ryan. And who was the other boy? T.O. you was trying to put up there? That's okay. That's only arguable because he did just fight Shakur, even in a losing effort. So at least he got two big names on his resume. But I'm saying, in terms of how he moves his career, I don't see why anyone can hate on the young man. I think he just gets residual hate, that is, from his daddy. But that's beside the point, right? You should judge a fighter based on his actions, not on his relatives. If you judge me based on what my father did, no, I would have zero views right now. Okay, we're getting cooking. We're getting cooking early. All right, so I'm gonna jump right into it. Let me pull this up. Boom, bop, boo, up. Share the screen, and we're gonna talk about the headline that Mayweather and Pacquiao rematch. It just came down in the last 24 hours. I know it was heavily rumored for a long time, but now we got the real news straight from the source, the Ring motherfucking magazine. Bars. So here we go. I'll read through it with you. Breaking. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao have agreed to. I should have said and. Anyway, Manny Pacquiao have agreed to terms on an amended deal for a professional fight, not exhibition. I assume we're gonna dig. We're gonna dig into that, right? Because people have questions. But right now, I'm reading this off top. Professional fight on Netflix, being planned for September 25th. Also, they moved it back a week. At T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. This isn't the latest that I heard. I heard at the Sphere on the 19th. In any event, we're going to get it in September. Okay. I got a day job. I'm doing the best I can to get all these sources lined up. So again, y'all bear with me. Plus, somebody tried to pull one over on me on Facebook Marketplace today, but I was ready for him with that oo-wop. Continuing, Manny Pacquiao promotion CEO Jas Mather has told the Ring's Mike Coppinger. Cool. Okay. So yeah, this set Twitter on fire earlier, so I had to touch on this. I mean, again, both of these dudes, while they had different career trajectories and everyone has their own favorite, they did their thing right in their time. So, supreme props to both of them for doing this. I know you might say it's money on the line, but why wouldn't it be fun to see Floyd actually challenge himself? Because Manny is an active fighter. Say what you will about the Barrios fight, at least he's out there thugging it out, right? He is an active fighter in fucking today's boxing at welterweight. So That's cool, man. I'm not gonna hate on the fight. I will be tuning in. Y'all can say what you will. The link should be pinned at the top as people want to pull up. But yeah. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm gonna look on the bright side and say these guys get a chance to make their biggest payday possible at this point. I mean, it was both of their biggest paydays respectively in their prime, but definitely at this point in their career, the biggest thing they could possibly do. So that's cool. uh, yeah, man. Okay, I want to. I'm sure people will pull up event, in due time. It normally takes like 15 to 20 for people to really get in the mood to cook. But yeah, I'm very interested in hearing the fans' opinion about that. Not to diminish y'all. I'm just a fan too. I don't have, I don't have a media pass or nothing. I'm just a hardcore fan since the late '80s. Decided to pull up and talk my shit. That's it. Bars. But in other news, I got a clip for this as well. We got who's out there talking that shit. We're gonna have Tim Bradley reflect on Devin Haney's $100 million deal. Like I said in the title, he became the $1 million man. Debiase. Yeah, right. So okay, I just dropped the link on the Discord. All right. So yeah, that'll be interesting to talk about as well. Let me see, check the comments. We got people pulling up and the crowd is cool. Lone Star Chef, yo, yo, yo. First one to tap in. Oh, that's my boy Steph Brown. Definitely. Only man in the game with a better mustache than me. Okay, let me cam back up for that. You can you can peep that. But yeah, the midlife crisis mustache is about to come off, like I told y'all. But I need to be on my murder game. Oh, I hope that YouTube ain't gonna get on my head. But I need to be on that M game right now. I'm plugging it out still. So yeah, maybe in a couple weeks, depending on how shit goes. But yeah, shout out my man Steph Brown, Lone Star Steph, out of Texas, obviously. Yara, the Lone Star State. All right, so I'll pull up this next one. Uh, Clip I alluded to just a moment ago about Tim Bradley and what he thinks about Devin Haney's $1 million or $100 million, excuse me, deal with Zuffa. We'll switch it up. Boom, y'all see it? Let's go. Fair use. Fair use. This is for entertainment and commentary purposes only. Y'all stop flagging me. Let's go.
Yo, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Yeah, man, y'all heard about that $100 million. Y'all want to know what I think? The shit is.
Oh shit. I'm gonna as a DJ rewind the tape. I'm glad I caught that early, but it wasn't up there. Okay, hold on, check. Gotta change this up. Again, I'm still semi new to this, less than a year in the game, but I'm doing my thing. Gotta maintain. Bars. Let's go. Fair use.
Yo, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest. Yeah, man, y'all heard about that $100 million. Y'all want to know what I think? The shit is real. The shit is real. See, y'all talking about cap because y'all hating on Deb. Nah, man, for real. Bill don't say nothing unless it's for real, man. Every now and then he'll pop off, but when it come down to business, Bill don't play. Nah, Bill is 1,000%. He's saying what's right. That Dev has the potential to make that $100 million. Yeah, he does, absolutely. And I'm saying,
Keyword. And I previewed this a bit earlier, but I missed that key detail. So again, I'm a real fan reacting in real time after my day job. But peep game. I say that to say this. Tim Bradley is alluding to the fact that yeah, if the right opponents are on the table, if you feel the fight is worthy, you can make up to $100 million. It's not 100 guaranteed, right? Not 100 mil guaranteed. So if he makes like 80 or 90, I don't want to hear someone come back and say, "Oh, see, I told you he was capping." No, he's saying the potential to do that if he takes all the big fights in front of him. And to reiterate my point, fucking I said like 5 minutes ago, he's been the one never afraid to take on a big name. So say what you will, but he stepped his game up. So if he's obviously shown the willingness to fight these guys, the top level names, and then he fought a champion moving up to 147. I know in retrospect, everyone wants to hate on Brian Norman Jr. instead of giving Devin Haney credit, but I rock with both of them. You feel me? Um, Talked to Norman's dad before, but yeah. I'm just saying that he's shown a willingness to challenge himself. So if the ceiling is 100 million, you better believe he's going to get, if not to that, then close to it. So let's put some nuance on it. Y'all want someone to say, "Oh, is it official? He's definitely guaranteed 100 mil." Probably not. But let's say, okay, let's hypothetically put this on the board. And I know Tim is going to get to this later. I was watching it outside during my run, so I didn't hear every little detail, but I heard him say this later. Like a Ryan Garcia, you feel me, would have to be in that. That rematch would have to be in that for him to max out his ceiling. He might have to go to 154 and take on like a fucking Victor Ortiz or any number of big names up there, you know. But I'm just saying it's possible. There's enough big names around his weight class that he could do it in and around. Even maybe a T.O. He's at 147 now too, right? Or he will be soon, maybe. A T.O., a Ryan. Nobody really left to wipe out at 147, but you know he's a big dude, right? Y'all want to say he's a weight bully, so he moves up to 154. There's an Ortiz. There's a Boots. Boots is still there, right? Yeah, yeah. There's all type of guys, all type of heat at 154. Even you might warm up with a Madrimov, you know, top common opponent with Terrence Crawford. Maybe he wants to stun a little, and because Crawford was very methodical, and that was a unique fight style for Madrimov. But you know, Boots wants to stunt and see if he can one up his quote unquote rival that they weren't really rivals, not in the same generation. But you feel me? I'm saying overall, there's opportunity for all this to go down to reach that ceiling of 100 mil. Is it guaranteed? Nah, but it's a huge contract. He's now the face of Zuffa, way more popular than Opataya, right? And getting that bread. So shout out to him, especially if he takes on these tough opponents, as he already has shown he's willing to do. Fair use.
Fighters and stuff, you know, talk about it's cap, this, that, all this. No, listen to me. All the ones that saying that that's cap. No, your ass was included in the deal too. Yeah, your ass was included in the damn deal. You don't even know it yet, but your ass is included too.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I did hear this part. Let's go. And I don't. I'm gonna be fair. Sometimes I would say I disagree. No hate. We just have a difference of opinion more often than not. But with this take, he is spot on. See, I'm a motherfucker that I could disagree with you one time, but if another time you come back and make a valid point and I actually think about it, I'll say, okay, I'm gonna change my opinion. Maybe you are right. I can see the truth in anyone, even if I think they're wrong most of the time. See, I don't know. I'm adaptable in that way. Not to pat myself on the back, but something I noticed about myself at the ripe old age of 42. Fair use. Shout out Tim Bradley for this one, for this one specifically.
Yeah, because to get that type of money, you got to fight the best. Yeah, you know. So anybody about 47, yeah, Brian Garcia, your ass was in it. I know. Yeah, you gonna be in it. You know, shit, Shakur. Oh, your ass definitely gonna be in it. Shit, if Tank, you know, finally fucking come out fucking hiding, you know, come out your goddamn cave. And Tank, you know, he come out from hiding. Shit, your ass gonna be in it too. Yeah, I mean,
See,
there's a
these are names I wasn't even mentioning, but to that I gotta say,
perfect.
yes, Street Fighter. Let's hear it one more time.
Perfect.
Hurt. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Keep cooking, Tim Bradley. Maybe y'all not feeling Bradley. Again, I normally don't agree with him, and I know like the Rise podcast and shit is live right now, but I feel he was dropping heat. So I don't care if it was 0 people in the building. You know, I'm in my building phase, but I just got to be consistent. And this is what day 11 out of 12 I've been going live, so that's pretty good. Let's go. Fair use. Shout out Bradley for this one. Oh, and it's his own channel. I didn't even realize that. So I just got to shout out him, not even the content creator. Fair use.
There, there's a lot of guys out there that can generate that type of money for him, for real. So do I believe it? Hell yeah. And you know what? And I told y'all right now, man, y'all better get that money right now. I just like you remember when Eddie Hearn came in the game, like came in strong, and he got that new deal, and he was throwing money.
Okay, pause for the cause. Again, for commentary and entertainment purposes. And I hate to keep pausing it, but again, me reacting pretty much in real time with y'all. I'll just look at the clips and skim through them. But yeah, my first time hearing him say this is that I heard a lot of motherfuckers hating on Zuffa, and still to this day, hating on Zuffa saying, oh, they don't got no fighters. Like you expect a motherfucker to launch a business and be Walmart overnight. That's not how the game works, man. Anyone with any degree of life experience knows that a business, a relationship, anything you want to pursue in life is going to take time. So you got to Opataya. You got to fucking, I know I'm missing a name in between that, but not as big as Devin to be your new face of Zuffa. So I guess it don't even matter who is in the interim. I could name several fighters, but you know what I'm saying, right? It takes time to build it. And I think it was a great strategy on both their parts. They're saying making it incentive based, right? Like a salesman, essentially, right? You take on the fights we want you to take on, not based on sales, so to speak, but yeah, like I said, what do they call it? Something that starts with a C. Anyway, incentive based, basically. Um, that the more you do, the more work you put in, the more you're going to get in return. So yeah, great on their part to have a brand new face. You know, a dude in his prime that's well known already, and takes on big challenges. And for him, and say, yeah, I'm already fucking thugging it out. Might as well try to max out with this $100 million deal. Now, what I don't know is the number of years, but shit, I worked for the rest of my life for 100 million. You ask me. So let's go. Fair use. Shout out Tim Bradley.
around, you know what I mean, to entice people to come over, you know what I mean? Hey, you earn with Hearns. You know what I mean? That was the saying that was popping around. Oh, you earn with Hearns. Yeah, yeah. And then PBC came out. You know, they had their hedge fund and they was overpaying fighters and stuff like that. Like in order to grab the fighters.
My dumb ass. It is past work hours. I had a couple. It was Friday. Excuse me. Commission came to my mind. He's working based on commission. Let's go.
You gotta overpay them. And right now, Zuffa willing to overpay to get these damn fighters, man. For real. So y'all better get y'all money. Stop bullshitting, man. Hey, fuck the politics. Hey, get in there and get that money and get gone. That's it. Shit, half of y'all already are Hall of Famers. Shit, it's time for y'all to just get that money. Yeah, yeah. Shit, Dev a Hall of Famer already. Shit, you know what I'm saying? So he signed with Zuffa. He
I haven't even reflected on that. And I'll just keep throwing my thoughts out into the matrix until someone pulls up. I'm sure y'all will later. Some people might be still at work. Some people might be out and about. It is Friday night, but in any event, wow, he's saying that yeah, definitely the fighters, the dudes he named, the tos. You said Devin's a Hall of Famer already, so yeah, I mean they've got it in to a degree. Like I haven't even thought about these active fighters in terms of Hall of Fame. I don't tend to do that with active fighters until like you could say definitely Crawford at the end of his shit after Earl. Yeah, it was sewed up, but that's these guys are definitely not on that level. Haven't moved up as many weight classes, haven't unified, gone undisputed like that. And he just put the cherry on top. He put too much sauce on it by, in my opinion, getting that decisive. I won't say dominant, like he just whooped his ass relentless, but a very decisive, definitive rather, victory over Canelo. So I don't know. I don't think these guys are on that Hall of Fame level lately. But Pete Game, Tim Bradley is in the Hall of Fame, right? So he's like, maybe you did about as much as me. That's funny. Again, I'm thinking about this in real time. But he's like, okay, if I'm a Hall of Famer, then maybe Devin is a Hall of Famer. And I can't argue with that. Let's keep cooking. Fair use. Shout out Tim Bradley's channel.
cool. He cool because he already a Hall of Famer. You know, and he gonna fight the best over there. So they go in order to make $100 million, he gotta fight against people that's gonna generate money. And that includes all y'all bozos out there that are saying, oh, yeah, that's cap. That's cap. I ain't talking about you dumbass YouTubers. I'm talking about no the fighters out there saying, nah, I don't think that's real. No, that shit is real. It's real. Yeah. That's the type of money they throwing over there. Yep. And now I don't know how many fights, but I know it's gonna be quite a bit of fights. But shit, Bill said before he's 30. Before he's 30, he's 28 right now. Yeah, within the next 2 years, that's 4 fights. 4 fights now. $100 million. Yeah. Yeah, it might be
4 years. I mean, 4 fights rather, 2 years. Yeah, if he really presses himself, but that's going to be tough to pull off that balance of fighting every 6 months. I'm not saying he shouldn't, because dudes definitely used to thug it out way more than that back in the day. But he's talking about in the modern era, this four belt era, plus the Zuffa, um, four four fights in 2 years at the very top level. It might take a little more than that, but yo, it's great marketing. Shout out to Bill. Shout out to East Side O. Straight up take your hoe, but Bill is on that pimp game. Um, yeah. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, shout out East Oakland. Shout out Bill for being the mouthpiece that Devin couldn't be, and shout out to Devin for thugging it out in the ring. Even if you don't like the style, you got to admire who he takes on, who he's willing to fight. Fair use.
4 or 5 fights. But it's up there probably around $100 million. No doubt about it in my damn mind. Anyways, hey Bill, keep doing your thing. Haney, keep doing your thing, man. For real. You already a Hall of Famer. Get that money. Anyways, Tim Desert Storm Bradley, you already know the damn rest, and I'm out.
All right. So we heard from Tim Bradley there. Let me get the next tab up. Pay attention to my recommendations. Just some hip hop shit. Other bullshit. Okay. So before I move on to the next topic, I want to put a bow on it with what Tim Bradley had to say about Devin. We got before I do that though, shout out to the chat. Got my man LT. You from you from Black and Brown? Yeah, I remember you. We might need to have a little discussion, homie. Ain't no beef, but we might need to politic. If you want to hit that link, that's cool. Or we could talk, backstage in a DM type situation. No tootie, but yeah, I remember you from Black and Brown. Shout out Black and Brown, man. I wish he was going more often. We both up here in Sacramento, California. Uh, I try to told you. I try to warn you. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But yo, I remember you, man. Shout out to you. I'm sure I'm not gonna put our business out in the street. That's for a different day. That's some private shit. So I'll leave it at that. Shut up, man. Appreciate you pulling up. So you remember me? You heard about me? We moving, man. I'm trying to be consistent. Again, 11 out of the past 12 days, I've been going live for roughly a couple hours. So it's cool, man. I enjoy it, and sometimes people hit that cash app. Speaking of, at the bottom, scrolling across, $ CJ Rich 2026. But that isn't expected. I'm actually more encouraged by how many likes and subs and shares I get because I can see all that shit backstage, man. I'm really excited. That motivates me to keep going because it is never about money. It's not why I pulled up. It was about giving my honest opinion and create my own platform to do that. So for sure, exactly for sure. Okay, salute. I think you know. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to say that's a great move for Devin and Zuffa, mutually beneficial. That's like a good relationship. So in any event, let's talk about what's cracking tomorrow. Okay, we talked about fucking the OGs. We talk about a dude in his prime and Devin and Zuffa and his bread. Not that I care about the bread, but I wanted to put I wanted to get that opinion out there because that is a huge deal, right? I don't care like from fight to fight. Oh, he made 30. No, he made 20. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm not counting his pockets. I'm saying for Zuffa to have a new face and be willing to invest like that, get that turkey bread, and Dana White is no broke man himself. Yeah, I'm glad they were able to do that. So good luck to them, both sides. I told y'all it's going to take time to build, and now what y'all got to see if that's your face of your brand, that's not fucking bad within your first 5 months. Don't forget they just started doing this shit at the beginning of this year. 5 months, you got Devin Haney, the multiple weight champion, former undisputed, as the face of your shit, and that's pretty damn good. So 3-weight champion, yeah, undisputed at 135. So hey, shout out to them. In any event, okay. That's all I'm going to say about that for tonight. Now we got what they call the cauldron. They're building up, they're getting it cooking, so to speak, with Fabio Worley and Daniel Dubois. And I'm excited about that. So this is actually my first time watching this. So please, y'all, I know I'm a small channel. The Zone, shout out to you. You're down with my homeboy Marco. Please don't flag me. I'm trying to. Most of the time I'm good, but just randomly I seem to get copyright strikes. So all that being said, let's go. Let's watch the cauldron. That final heat build up to Fabio Worley versus Daniel Dubois, which is a big time heavyweight fight to me. Let's go, y'all. Fair use. Shout out to Zone.
And now, Daniel, we welcome you to the cauldron, please.
Okay. Again, I'm just seeing this in real time, but I'm used to some WWE shit. For those who don't know, I used to do some pro wrestling on the independent level. I'm not saying I was a goddamn superstar. I did it here in Northern California territory, but I liked it. That was very thematic, like very dramatic, theatrical, I should say. Welcome to the cauldron. Okay, y'all got it, man. Shout out to Zone for the promotion, man. That's funny.
And now, Fabio, we welcome you to the cauldron, please.
Welcome to the cauldron. You boys have got to endure me for a little bit, and I'm sure you'll be running for that ring to punch one another in the face after putting up with me. This fight has the potential of being one of the best heavyweight fights on these shores for a long time. We've got all the ingredients. 2 British fighters fighting for a world title in a British ring, supported by British fans. Got a 95% knockout ratio between the pair of you. Someone's getting knocked out or battered to submission. So whilst we have this moment to share, let's have a little chat. Fabio, your first defense of a world title. It's a voluntary defense.
All right, fair use. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. I guess they call this, they ask him like tough questions. They put him in the heat of the fire. Is that what it's called, the cauldron? Okay, good marketing, y'all. I see. Fair use. Shout out to Zen.
Mandatory was Moses Atoma. Why'd you pick Daniel? Is this an easier night's work for you?
No, it's not an easy night's work by any means, but I'm not known for picking easy night's work. I'm known for picking the best, biggest challenges out there. Before Daniel, it was Joseph Parker, and after him, once I'm done with him, I'll be picking the best names out there as well.
The Mediterranean diet is the world's healthiest diet.
My bad, y'all. I need to re-up on my premium. Bear with me.
Daniel, which Daniel Dubois are we going to get tomorrow night? Are we going to get the Daniel Dubois that strode into Wembley Stadium and destroyed Anthony Joshua? Or are we going to get the Daniel Dubois that some people say didn't turn up against Alexander Usyk?
No, I'm ready to seek and destroy, I'm ready to turn up, man. I'm on it.
I put turn up in the description tonight, incidentally. Yo, he doesn't... He would knock my motherfucking head off, don't get me wrong, but maybe it's the British accent, like the black guy with the British accent. I always find this shit amusing when they talk shit. No, I'm on it. Tim gonna turn up. Yo, okay, but shout out to him. He's trying to look intimidating. I mean, if he was in front of me, he'd intimidate the fuck out of me, but as a fellow heavyweight, I might just laugh it off. I'm just saying. Shout out Daniel Dubois, man. But yo, I said it the other day, I got Worley in this fight. And I want to give a supreme shout out to my man LT for paying that debt. I didn't have to say shit. I alluded to it, but he paid me in the Cash App. So shout out to him for paying that debt from a little while back. Hey, you're a real man. I salute that, man. I respect it. Again, so we're going to continue on with Fabio Worley and Daniel Dubois in the cauldron talking that shit and answering the tough questions. Let's go. Fair use. Shout out to Zen.
Fabio, when you look at Daniel, what do you see? Do you see a fearsome opponent, or do you see someone that folds when it come on top? And before you answer, let me say what you said to me a few months ago on TalkSport. You said, if I get on top of him, get in his face, make him feel that what he's doing isn't working here, it can quickly snowball for him. And then you've gone on to say recently that your mentality runs at a 10 and his varies from a 2 to a 7. What are you facing here?
I think that's the question, isn't it? What am I facing?
Yo, that's vicious. You can tell he didn't really I don't know if it's because they're British, but these two dudes are professionals. They're talking that shit trying to sell the fight. But I could bet, deep down they respect each other and what each other has accomplished in the sport. But yo, he brought it out. He said, well, you said the nigga is mentally weak. In so many words. Obviously he didn't say it like that. But yeah, that's what he put it out there. Like, oh, my mentality is always up. His varies from night to night. So I definitely got the edge in that regard. And I agree. And that's one of the reasons that I'm picking Worley, not the sole reason. But yeah, man, I'm with him. I want to see how Worley responds to this. Again, fair use. Shout out to Zone. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think we'll find out on Saturday night because I stand by those words. It does vary. He does change from a 2 to a sometimes 6, 7, 8, 9, whichever. And in some performances he has done well. But you take the U6, for example, he hasn't done well. You take the Kevin Lerena fight, for example. He didn't do well in that one either. Like, yeah, okay, he come out and got the win. There was multiple times in that fight where he was taking knees without even being touched. Didn't take a punch, didn't take nothing on the chin, just went down and took a knee. And yeah, okay, and he showed some and came back around and got the win, but...
Woo! Shout out Rick motherfucking Flair in this bitch. Fabio Worley, I think when you talk that shit like that, he was cutting dry with it too. It ain't even like, oh, he's a bitch because he's gay or something. Some elementary school shit. He's saying, on this night, in this incident, in this instance, he went to the data. I got to respect it as an engineer. Nigga went straight to the data. Multiple occasions, he's shown himself to be mentally weak. Okay, so I'm gonna let him finish spitting this shit. You know, I got to chop this up for fair use. I ain't trying to get flagged. Again, shout out to Zone. But this is hot, man. Again, this is my first time seeing this shit. And he cooked him. Talk about the cauldron. Yo, fair use. I want to see how he finishes up and then Dubois' response. I'll try to let it play. Let's go.
Look, once you've opened that door, once you've shown that bit of your character, all that leaves is space for people like me to expose it.
You got any reaction to that, Daniel?
No, I'm just talking's done now. I'm just ready for war.
Okay.
That's cool. I mean, that's the best response he could have given, right? If you want to go back and fucking reiterate, go over all the shit. No, in that incident, I got my orbital broken or whatever the fuck, you know. It would be that's actually, I respect that way more than making excuses. Well, we about to fight tomorrow, so fuck it. We gonna see how bitch mad I am when I knock your head off. That's basically what he's saying. If I was talking shit, that's how I would say. Fair use.
Both of you boys share a couple of things in common, 3 things in common. Your professional career started on the same date. You both got 95% knockout rates, but both of you were elevated to world title level or world title status. He, I would imagine, got his validation against Anthony Joshua. Is he your validation?
Yeah, look, our circumstances are slightly different. I was elevated a week or 2 after having the fight. Like, it could have just very easily been put on the line if Alexander Usyk wasn't holding on to the belt. But for me, this is the all-crowning, all-coming together moment of hearing and still in the ring, having that belt handed to me, being awarded, having my hand raised on the night.
Yo, he has a much better much better mouthpiece than fucking Dubois. That was a promo, and that's some real shit, man. I appreciate that he's like spitting real facts. Yo, Wardley, I might be a fan. I like you in the ring. I never heard you talk that shit, but now you got a name. I'm seeing all the press conference shit and the build up. Yeah, man. Shout out Wardley. I definitely got him. Matter of fact, I might lean towards putting some bread on anyone in the chat, or you know, when I pull up on Marcos, I'm sure he'll go live later or before the fight. I might be willing to put a minor amount of bread down. We'll see. We'll see how I feel on the night. Let's go, baby. Fair use.
Daniel.
We ditched the old ED pill. Too slow, too planned, and honestly.
Okay, I don't got ED, y'all, but yeah, I'm in a certain age group. That shit is funny as fuck. I'm gonna get premium back ASAP.
Clark is not Usyk, Joshua, and Hrgovic. How big a step up are you for him?
I'm going to show up. He's facing Daniel Dubois. Let's see what he's got. Talking's done.
Yeah, these British fans, I guess, are cheering for Dubois. That's just like an English soccer chant. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but he's saying pump it up. So I guess they're hyped for the fight. If not, fans of Dubois. Either way, let's go. I mean, the British fans come out. Gonna be huge, man.
Fabio, back in the ring, back in the center. Fabio, I've just read off the last 3 fights that kind of cement your reputation as it sits today in terms of the opposition that you fought. Do any of those fights prepare you for a Daniel Dubois?
All of them fights prepare me for a Daniel Dubois in a different reason or another. Like, don't get me wrong, okay, none of them guys maybe punch as hard as Daniel, but they have other attributes that are better than his. Someone like Joseph Parker, for example, has got more experience and I managed to beat him. Justice Hooney is quicker hands, quicker movement, quicker with his feet, and I managed to beat him. There's people who have had different or better skill sets than Daniel in particular areas, and I've managed to get past them.
Who specific?
He's very technical, man. This is my breakdown. I'm gonna still war this breakdown, man. That's it. Let's go. Fair use. Shout out both fighters. It's gonna be a war. Someone's getting stopped, most definitely, and I'm leaning Wardley.
Justice Hooney, for example, is a better boxer than Daniel. He has better hand speed, combinations are put together, his footwork is better. Joseph Parker, for example, the run he was on prior to me beating him is better than the run that Daniel's been on. Okay. Like, you can't mark that.
Let me ask you, you've shown that you've got a good chin. Now, excuse the words, but understand the meaning. If you hang your chin out in the way you did against Hooney and Parker against Daniel Dubois.
Yo, the goddamn mediator, the moderator, the host distance. If you hang your chin out like you did in these couple fights, you gonna get fucked up. That's what he's about to say. Let's go, y'all. Fair use. Shout out to Sam.
are, you're in trouble.
Maybe, but maybe not. He was landing shots to a T on Joe Joyce, and they didn't have no.
Come on, champ, you got to come harder than that. Maybe, maybe not. I'm like, no, fuck no. He can't punch like these dudes. I ain't worried about him. You got to keep up some bravado. See, that's why he fake talk shit. That's why he's not convincing, in my opinion. Even though I definitely respect him in the ring. Again, you'll knock my head off, but that's not the bravado you need to be coming with. You're going against another heavyweight that can punch too. Let's go, fair use.
Perfect. He's had plenty of
Long
fights
time ago.
Fighters.
Long time ago.
But what has he come on? Has he suddenly put on 20 kg of mass? Is he suddenly punching 50% harder? Like, there's not a lot in there. There's fights he's gone through. Philip Hergovich, for example, and don't get me wrong, he was pinging him all night and he did cut him up, but he didn't stop him. Joe Miller stopped him with, 5-10 seconds to go on the clock? Don't get me wrong, he is a big puncher. But he hasn't absolutely concussed everyone he's been in the ring with.
Daniel.
Okay. I got to chop it up. I think I got the rhythm of the conversation, how they're doing this now. Again, I'm watching this in real time with y'all. I'm just saying that this is way better than a traditional press conference. They really talking shit. And sometimes people talk shit at the press conference, don't get me wrong, but they're being forced to talk shit. Even the interviewer was talking shit. So let's go. Fair use. Shut up, Design.
We've established that your professional record, despite what he says, has bigger names on it. We know that your amateur record, because he hasn't got one, is a stellar one. We've got your trainer talking about this is an easy day's work to me a couple of months ago. And we've got rumours that you put him to sleep in sparring. This is a perfect fight for you. This is an easy night's work, isn't it?
No, I'm ready for a fight. I've trained hard. I'm ready for a war. Let's go, man. The talking's done now. Let's fight.
Absolutely. One of the things that follows you, Fabio, is the observation that you're lucky. He's made it. When you look at the career paths that you've both taken, who do you think's had the more challenging career to get to where you
I'm not sure what the interview was alluding to. Lucky in what regard? Like the timing of when he was able to get certain fights? Or that he got elevated because Dubois got elevated too? I need to look more into that because I'm unclear on what he means. Dubois said that.
Where you are today?
It's hard because I'm not going to discredit the achievements that Daniel's had and the opponents he's gone against and the people he has built. Like if you want to talk about that back end or that top 1% at the end of the division, he has faced more of those guys and he has beaten more of those guys. I will give him that credit.
Elite level fighters.
He has, 100%. But that is no bearing or no sway on this fight. It's not going to change anything on the night. You can't bring all that in with him. You can't bring his record in the ring with him. It's only me and him once that bell goes.
Yo, I always say it like this. And this one you can't quote me on. The last time I seen a resume get in the ring and fight for a motherfucker was when IRS was bringing down the briefcase to WWF in 1992. I ain't never seen the resume fight for you. Oh, whoa, you had the resume going in. They said Canelo had the resume over Crawford. They said Spence had the resume. They say all type of shit, champ. But I'm just saying the resume, the briefcase, you can't carry in the ring and knock a motherfucker over the head and hope the referee don't see. You're going to have to really thug it out in real time. It's boxing, not wrestling. Fair use.
Daniel, he's unbeaten, we know that. And we've talked about the quality of competition he's been in, but he's unbeaten, right? You've been beaten 3 times by a generational great in Alexander Usyk. But if you lose to Fabio, is that you done at this level?
I've got to take his O, and that's it.
But is that you if you lose?
I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say. He has his own style of delivery. Let's go. Because I don't want to disrespect these fighters, man. I love boxing. I'm not going to do that. Fair use. I will be critical, but what I'm not, yeah. Let's go. Shout out Dubois.
Take his O, and that's it.
Fabio, I mean, I know you're feeling pretty good about yourself at this moment in time, but he's stepped in with Usyk twice. He fought him when he was a mandatory. He fought him when he was a champion to unify. You've been custard pied by Usyk. And in favour...
Custard pie. Funchak, I'm going to let you go in just a second, but I want to let him finish his question and hear his answer, and I'll let you up. Because I know you're interested in talking about the cauldron. Let's go. Fair use.
Of a kickboxer, right? Where does that put you in the great scheme of things?
I don't know. Does that make me worse or does it make me better? Who knows? If the great, albeit Alexander Usyk, is, some would say, taking a dive to stay away from me, then does that make me more scary or less scary than Daniel? Who knows? But it's irrelevant comparisons.
Okay. I'm going to commentate on what he just said on his answer, and then I'm going to welcome my man Fun Truck to the stage. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, like his shit. Definitely quality content. He's a little different from me. He posts, he's an actual boxer and coach. He posts the bag footage and all that shit. So for you hardcores, anyone wants to learn about boxing, tap in with my man Fun Truck. But before you go, Fun Truck, let me say this real quick. Yeah, he was like, well, does it make me better or worse? I don't know. I just like his style of shit talking. This approach is very, very direct, where it seems like Dubois, I'll put it like this. I had some time to marinate. Dubois has been kind of like steering around certain uncomfortable subjects and just, trying to assert bravado, but he wasn't answering them questions. With that, Fun Truck, how do you feel about the culture, man?
Good. Damn, dude, this is such an awkward thing for Dubois. Like being fucking half naked in front of the crowd like that, answering these questions. He's like, I just want to fight. He's like, talk's over. Talk never began, bro. The guy never said more than 2 sentences. That's why I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna beat up Wardley. I mean, he just wants to I feel like he's annoyed of the narrative that's being pushed. He's not ignorant to the fact that there's that narrative online that he quit, and he's when going gets tough, he looks the other way, and I can tell by just the way that he acts that he's like annoyed at that. He's gonna prove it, So they used to spar together. I mean, that's why I'm also like, when you spar someone for lots of rounds, Dubois has gotten way better.
Yeah.
So when you beat up someone for, a bunch of rounds and then years go by, chances are the same thing's going to happen, like it did with Xander and Abosparu, like it did with recently this weekend with David Benavidez and Zurdo. Like, I'm sure it's going to happen with Dubois and Wardley. I mean, heavyweight boxing is different, though. I mean, the higher up you go in the weight classes, power neutralizes a lot of skill. And Wardley does have high power. I'll give him that. He can punch like a motherfucker, but he usually takes a couple. And I think Dubois is strong and a puncher. And he knocked out Joshua. He stopped Miller.
Okay, he did stop Miller, with the TKO. I'll give you that. He was overwhelming him with the volume. But Joshua had already, I don't want to say chinny, but he had already been stopped previous to that. So, man, I just think, and I respect, I love that you're actually on the different side of the argument, so we can have a good debate up here, when two people.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 fight according to the odds. But this one, I feel a lot like, to put it similar, like or to compare a recent fight, was Brian Norman Jr. and Devin Haney. I mean, they were underrating Devin and they were overrating Brian Norman. And after the fact, it all made sense. The same people that were cheering for Brian Norman Jr. were like, oh, well, of course, he was never that good. He's a C-level. He's a Zuffa level fighter. But
well, I didn't do that. And I'm going to let you continue, but I actually put a little bread on Norman, and I was wrong. And I just gave props to the winner. I didn't hate on the loser. But go ahead. I understand what you're saying. Overall, people did that.
Yeah. No, I'm not pinpointing anybody out, but it's just a classic fight to compare this to this fight. I think that Dubois being underrated. I mean, he just got in there with Usyk, and his game plan against Usyk was not a smart one. I mean, to go at him like that, I don't know. You should have fought him.
Why did he go right back to the body? Like, it was so obvious. That's why I'm like, I don't know, man. That maybe the ring IQ isn't there. I don't want to say all that, but that was definitely a stupid game plan in that instance. I don't want to put too much sauce on it, but
yeah, and it happened so quick. It was 2 rounds.
Yeah, man.
2 rounds.
Incredible.
Happened so quick. Shout out to Usyk.
Okay, but let me shout out to Usyk, definitely. Not for the kickboxer fight. Fuck you for that. I'm sorry.
I know, really
down the middle. I love him, but fuck that. What was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. It's coming back. Oh, shout out Wardley for the rematch he had with Frazier Clark, because it was, such a contested fight, went 12. I covered that earlier this week, and then he comes back and thugs it, fucking stops him, not just TKO, but KO in the first round. So that showed his ability to adjust, whereas Dubois showed the propensity not to adjust. Like he was doing some shit that worked in the first fight and just went away from it in the second fight. That makes no sense. So that's part of the reason I'm leaning Wardley. But this is a good discussion. You got something else to say? Otherwise, we're going to continue with the cauldron.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, man.
It's a question for both of you. Either one of you can jump in if you want to.
No, I'm sure Daniel's got loads to say.
Don't be facetious, Fabio.
They both shit on him. This interviewer is not playing games.
Yo,
This is how I would do this shit.
He took Hrgovic's O. He
did.
Looking at,
you got to respect that.
10th round. Hrgovic 8th round knockout. Come on.
I remember that fight. So I'm not saying he can't get down in the ring. I'm not shitting on him completely. Just they were just saying he's out of his depth, if you will.
He took Miller's O. Miller was 26-0 and 1.
I'm saying in this environment, in the fight, I'm 55-45. So don't get me wrong.
And then he fought Trevor Bryan, who was 22-0, and Dubois knocked him in the 4th.
Okay.
Dude, he's got a good record. He
got the box rec. Shout out to you.
Hang on, listen to this record here. Kevin Lerena, 28-1. Dubois knocked him out in the 3rd. And the guy he fought before that, he was 20-2. And then before that was 16-0. And then before that was 32-10. So very experienced guys who have not lost. I don't know if they were, cherries, because I haven't seen footage of it.
Yeah.
But to have 22 heavyweight professional fights, I mean, I'm sure you're not like.
He's not super green, at least. I'm glad you brought those names up. I'm gonna play back my own shit and the build up to this because I think it's tomorrow evening, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know the time, but I'm gonna try to get this in.
I chat GPTs because I'm finishing work right around 3 o'clock. The walkout times are around 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah. So I'll definitely have time to look up, if not full fights, and the highlights of all the names you named. So, yeah, I'm going to play back my own shit. And anyone who's hardcore, listen to what he just named. And we should be looking at these fights that we're probably not as familiar with because we only see these guys, sometimes at the top level. Sometimes I'll watch a fighter's career progress, but most of the time you don't even hear about them, have the opportunity to see until they are a name. I'm deep in pro box now, so I'm getting a better opportunity for that. But there wasn't really a minor league feeding system where you got to see guys televised before that. So shout out to you for dropping those names. Okay, that's actually valuable. Like I said, the resume can't fight for you, but he has more experience, and especially at the top level, you got to give him that, and has to account for something, which is why I'm 55-45. But let's continue. Fair use. Thanks for pulling up, Fun Truck. I appreciate you.
Yeah. I'll be facetious. We've heard a lot about landlords in this division. Are either one of you two going to be landlords, or are you just squatters waiting for Moses Atoma to come along and take possession?
Over to you, mate.
Oh, shut up. I want to hear this, but I pulled it up, but I forgot to acknowledge my man Clarence, aka No Duck Zone. Y'all check him out too. He's out there in the gyms in New York, really getting in and supporting these amateurs. So shout out my man Clarence over in NY. Salute, man. Let's go.
One fight at a time. I get through this guy and then whoever else next.
Want to jump in?
Yeah, look, one fight at a time.
Okay, all right. So potential squatters then. Fabio, you called him a bin man, and then you try to dress it up, you facetious sod, as a compliment. Why'd you call him a bin man?
I covered that earlier. Actually, I had the whole thumbnail based on Dubois being in a garbage can. That shit is funny. Let's see what he has to say.
Good answers, I'll be honest with you. They asked me about 6 or 7 other fighters beforehand. I said Tyson Fury would go work at Butlins. I said Chisora would be working with donkeys or something. Like I ran out of good, funny answers.
Okay, so I remember the nature of the question. Let me clarify, because he's saying it, but he's not just outright explicitly saying it. They said, if this guy wasn't a boxer, several other heavyweight fighters, what would his occupation be? And that's when he called him a bin man or a rubbish man, whatever they call him, a dust man over there. So yeah, that's funny. So yeah, they asked him if he wasn't fighting, what would he do? He said a bin man. Fair use.
I had left for him was a bin man. I don't know why it's upset him so much. I didn't say it was a bad job. It's a good, respectable job. My own.
No, he called him trash. You know what she was alluding to. He probably saved that one in the chamber just for him. Because you know you're going to ask about Dubois. Fair use.
Coach,
no,
by the way.
You would take it.
No, my own coach, by the way.
No, you would take it.
My own coach, Robert Hodgins, was a bin man for 5 years. He's the man I love and respect.
Right, so you meant that as a compliment, did you? Okay. Well, he could have come back and said, well, you were a recruitment consultant. Good job, I've got a job to go back to because I'm going to knock you back into the next place. Yeah.
I wouldn't have been upset if he'd have said that, though.
Yo, hold the fuck up. I got to cam back up real quick for this shit. Okay. Yeah, you know, I hate to keep mentioning it, but as a former pro wrestler, the interview was absolutely right. You could have just fucking turned it on his head. Well, you would have been something worse. So, yeah, I'm going to fucking take you out like a bin. Fucking, he could have said any number of things to dump on him. That's crazy that he couldn't have a response in real time. I guess maybe his brain-body connection is all in his body and not to his mouth, like all in his muscles. What the fuck? Yo, shout out my girl, Kalia. I know you just got off recently. My number one sub, Khalid, always pulls up. Shout out to you for the support. I'm trying to get you on that panel on Tuesday, but we'll see. You know, I understand we all got a life. That's why I had to go late tonight. So I get it. Shout out for pulling up, though. But yeah, he could have said any number of things to put a bow on it, to dress it up and have a good comeback. I mean, I guess he's just not witty like that. I don't know, man. I hate to say that about him, but yeah. Fun Truck. Hold on. My man Jay Money, welcome to the stage. I haven't let you speak yet. Do you want to talk about this cauldron or anything we've been talking about so far?
Nah, I'm just checking in and seeing what's up. I just got back myself, you know what I'm saying? Just saying salute to the fellas. What's up to you? What's up to Fun Truck? You know?
All right. Truck, do you want to go real quick?
What's up, bro? Yeah. Dubois on 4, let's fucking go.
No, about what I'm saying. Like the interviewer is talking better shit than Dubois. Y'all seen it on multiple occasions already. I'm not even through the clip.
Yeah. Actually, crazy. Good call, CJ. This is actually it's because he's British, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, Wardley is British. Fuck that. That's not an excuse. No, Tyson Fury is British. We've had some good talkers over there. Hell no.
No. Actually, good fucking point, dude. The mediator's actually pushing shit like hella personal. This guy said your chin's hanging over your chin. He said if you leave your chin hanging, you're gonna get it checked. That's some disrespectful stuff.
And I'm actually gonna run that last one back because he literally thought of responses in real time. I mean, I assume it was in real time, but either way, he came up with better responses than Dubois did. So let's run back that bin man bit. Let me try to get it right. It's about there. Let's see.
The bin man. I don't know why it's upset him so much. I didn't say it was a bad job.
As a compliment.
Beginning of this.
Why'd you call him a bin man?
I've ran out of good answers, I'll be honest with you. They asked me about 6 or 7 other fighters beforehand. I said Tyson Fury would go work at Butlins. I said Chisora would be working with donkeys or something. Like I ran out of good, funny answers. So all I had left for him was a bin man. I don't know why it's upset him so much. I didn't say it was a bad job. It's a good, respectable job. My own coach, by the way.
You would take it.
My own coach, by the way.
No, you would take it.
My own coach, Robert Hodgins, was a bin man for 5 years. He's a man I love and respect.
Right. So you meant that as a compliment, did you? Okay. Well, he could have come back and said, "Well, you were a recruitment consultant. Good job. I've got a job to go back to because I'm going to knock you back into the next place." Yeah.
That seemed like it was off the cuff. Hey, shout out to the fucking Fun Trick said the mediator. Let's call him the mediator. I don't know who this dude is, but he cut a better promo than Dubois.
He's like their Pierce Morgan over there. He's like a controversial figure. You know, he has a lot of those.
He gets the shit stirred up. Well, that's a good. I don't want to say casting, but that's a great role to put him in if he's known for stirring shit up because he's definitely doing that. Hey, shout out the Zone, shout out the Cauldron, shout out Ring Magazine, man. This shit is getting more heated. If y'all don't know, like the promotional shit they do, like the the pre-made like movie type.
I've been on this fight for a minute.
Things they do.
I'm telling you.
What's up?
I've been on this fight for fucking a while, bro. I've been excited.
Yeah, I've been anticipating it.
Yeah, I'm big on Wardley. I like Wardley. That's my guy. So anything he does, I'm in tune.
Down in 4, bro. Good night. Early night. Don't expect to go the distance. Bro,
fingers crossed.
Bet the under. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Hey, don't quote me. I'm not a fucking gambling expert, but yeah, I'm with Fun Truck. If you're gonna make a bet, bet the under. Definitely some money getting stopped. Let's go, y'all. Fair use.
I wouldn't have been upset if he'd have said that, though.
Daniel, before we bring this to conclusion, because I know you're getting itchy feet, if I'm at a loss tomorrow afternoon and I've got nothing better to do, is Any parties at your house I can get an invite to?
Yeah, you can come, mate.
Right, fellas. Before we round this off, let's have a look. There's been some polls run amongst the fans about how they see this fight going. So let's have a look at the statistics that we've got that illustrate how they think you boys are going to fare.
Before we dig into that, shout out my man Just Do. I pulled up to your channel earlier. I'm glad you returned the favor. Salute to you. But let's see what the fans have to say. This is interesting. Again, I'm right in real time. I'll pull up the clip and we go through it together. I think that's a good format so I can give you a genuine reaction as I see it. But let's go. Praise. Shout out to Zone.
My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this.
Okay, so my husband has this.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just in a certain age group. I don't have these problems. This shit is funny as fuck that keeps popping up. I'm just going to get premium back tomorrow. I can't do these ads anymore, yo. I cannot do these ads.
Whoa.
Yo.
Someone's going to clip that.
I know. I don't give a fuck, man. I come off the cuff. I've exposed a lot of my life up there. But that is, I just want to be for real. Y'all know when I have an issue, I'm not afraid to be transparent. But thankfully, that is not one of them. Maybe in 20 years, but you know, I'm running 10 miles a day. Fuck that. My circulation is on point, baby.
Oh my
Let's
God,
go. We're going to find out what the fans got to say.
Someone's got to clip this.
That'd be funny as fuck. Yeah, keep saying my name. Keep blowing me up. When people talk shit about me, my numbers go up. When people love me, my numbers go up. I'm just trying to be a character out here and be, you know, real. I'm just being myself out here. That's funny as fuck. You know, again, this is candid in real time, but I'm definitely getting premium back. Fuck that shit. Okay, let's go, y'all. Fair use.
Right, what we've got is 61% of people think Fabio Wardley is going to win this fight, 54% by knockout, 7% by points, 33% think, Daniel, you're going to win, and 6% by points. So 87% of people think this fight is going to finish by knockout. I would think that's a pretty safe statistic with 95% knockout ratios between you two guys. We've got another poll, if it's ready to come up. Who's the biggest hitter? Fabio Wardley, 27%. Daniel Dubois, 73%. So, Daniel, you're the biggest hitter.
Real quick, I'm just not trying to get clipped because I've been having, I got like 2 or 3, not strikes, but like issues where they fucking block my content. So I just want to make sure I do this properly. I'm learning in real time. So I want to chop this up accordingly. That's why I keep stopping frequently, not to be an asshole. But I do want to say, shit, lost my original train of thought. That shout out to Jay Will in the chat. You know, damn, it'll come back to me, but I guess got to make sure I stop every so often. That was really the overall point. Fair use, show.
Before we conclude this cauldron, and you're nearly gone, fellas, have you got anything? This is the last time you're going to see one another before you step in the ring and get down to business. Have you got anything you want to say to one another, or any messages you want to say to the lucky viewing public that are going to see you two boys tomorrow night?
Wait for it. Okay, so now we're getting down to the bottom line, the thesis statement. And I didn't mean to pause it again here, but I just remembered. Yeah, basic channel maintenance. Y'all please like, subscribe, and share if you're feeling it. And if you feel so inclined, as someone did earlier, hit the Cash App, bottom of the screen, $ CJ Rich 2026. But let's go and hear their final thoughts going into this. Shout out to the Cauldron, the Zone, fair use.
Look, I'll echo the same sentiment I left off with the press conference yesterday, is that, look, I hope he's in shape. I hope he's ready to go. I hope he's in the best shape of his life. I hope he's trained hard. The team have got the game down to a T. And I hope he's coming to bring a fight tomorrow, because everyone out here has given us a little taste of what the feeling's going to be like tomorrow night. And I think it's going to be even better once we get in that arena. So I'm looking to deliver a big night for the fans. I can only hope he is too.
Man, it's a fight, man. I'm going to put him to sleep tomorrow.
Okay. Frank, can we get the two boys in the face-off before we go?
He did it.
Down goes the big man.
Okay, well, he did as good as he could. I mean, I guess he agrees with you. Fuck it, I'm gonna knock him out. I don't gotta say shit. So he's like a, I don't want to say stoic, but just like a fucking cold approach. Like, fuck it, I'm just gonna let my fist do the talking. Now, if he had a colder mentality in the ring, that would be more congruent, to use a vocabulary word that would fit together better. Like what he's saying, and I'm not saying he's not tough and he hasn't fucking stopped. I mean, that AJ stop, which was just brutal. So shout out to him for that. But if he just had showed the mentality, like, even if I lose, I'm gonna dig deeper, I think that would be more, aligned with what he's saying. But I'm gonna let either one of y'all go if you got thoughts before they do the little face off.
Let's go. He's gonna put him to sleep, bro. You heard the man. He's done talking. He's gonna fight tomorrow at 3 p.m. He's gonna put him down. Big man goes down. Timber.
Worley in 5.
Cool. Okay, so I got y'all's final thoughts after theirs, and now we're gonna see the face off. I'm not a big body language guy in these situations, but let's see.
In a face off, I'll take it. Fabio Wardley.
You see that Wardley, I know the angle actually makes it seem like Wardley is taller, but no, I would say equal height. You feel me? Because it's coming slightly from the right. I'm trying to take all that into account. But people don't realize how tall Wardley is. For some reason, they always give that to Dubois and Joshua, but not Wardley. But let's go.
Versus Daniel Dubois for the WBO Heavyweight Championship of the World, live on DAZN. Don't miss it.
Dubois might have a 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch, but that's negligible at heavyweight.
And don't blink.
Oh, that was a chant, Fabio Wardley, because I know they go, Okay, so they were saying, oh, Fabio Wardley. Okay, that's cool. Now I got the context for that shit. I think that's enough of that, though. Okay, we covered it thoroughly. We got some other shit to talk about. Let's go, champ. What's next on the docket would be Jaime Munguia recently had a interview with the Ring magazine. So we're using a lot of Ring content, but that's like the official source, like my most respected source.
What about my boy J Money's idol Mayweather officially fighting for a pro fight? It's gonna go on record. You heard?
Yes,
J Money?
yes, that's what I entered with. No,
Wow.
Hold on, real quick, Jay, before you go. That's what I just want the people to know. That was my intro. We could circle back to that definitely, but yes, I talked about it earlier when no one was in here when I first started.
J Money's about to blow us up. What do you think about that? It's gonna go on his record. He might lose his O. How embarrassing!
No, he's not losing that O. If you think he losing that O, man, I don't know, man. Maybe
I don't know. It's gonna be a fight. Manny
pong.
Pacquiao just fought like last weekend against Mario Barrios, bro.
I know.
He's a little scrappy little guy.
And guess what? Florida beat Barrios and Pacquiao back to back.
All right.
Shut up, my man.
Smoke
Bill.
both of them.
Okay, yeah. Let's click on this. I wish people were up here early when I first introduced it. We definitely can talk about this for a while. I said I'm glad the fight is happening, even though they're both, not in their prime and they both need the money. I do think that since they really need it, it might be since they're both kind of financially compromised, might be an arrangement hypothetically where it's like incentive based, like the winner gets more or a knockout gets more, like kind of like the UFC does. I'm not saying it is. I don't have any inside track on that.
They bullied Mayweather to taking this fight.
You think so?
They said you need to fulfill your contract, guy. You took the money. He took the upfront money.
Okay, so I don't know about that.
I don't think that was the case.
I'm literally saying, I'm not saying what you're wrong. I'm saying I literally don't know about that side of it. Okay, cool.
Me either. I'm just talking shit.
God damn. Okay, at least you're being honest. I thought you were putting me up on game. Anyway, okay, so we can say all that. We can say what they want about their financial problems, but again, it's a professional fight, as I covered earlier when I brought it up from the Ring Post. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I went OD on the thumbnail. I think this is my best thumbnail so far. You got Pac-Man going Super Saiyan. And even Floyd got the light in his eyes. They both got the lightning behind them. So let's go, man. I'm juiced about this. I might have to change the date. I thought it was the 19th. They said 26th, so maybe they pushed it back a week. But I'll say I'm excited, man. Even at that age, it could be a chance to settle the score, or you could say, yeah, Floyd would have beaten him at any age. So whatever narrative you want to cling on to. I haven't even thought about who's going to win because Pacquiao, as Fun Truck said, has been much more active recently. And at a championship level. Granted, Barrios isn't like what you think of a traditional champion, but still, he got a title shot in recent memory. And Floyd's been bullshitting with John Gotti, his grandson. So, I don't know. You can paint whatever narrative you want. I'll pass the mic. Whoever wants to speak on that, let's go.
Honestly, I don't see how Floyd loses this fight with Manny Pacquiao. It's a style thing. I've always said it. He got his number. You know what I mean? It's tailor-made for him. All he got to do is just, be smart. Do what he did the first time, just a little bit more. That's it. Like, It's round 13, guys. That's what this is. Round 13. And he's gonna school him again.
So that's another, I don't want to say narrative because that's an analysis of what happened the first time. And yes, stylistically, it did definitely, it wasn't as entertaining as people wanted, but Floyd was not even ever in any real trouble. So yeah, you could say that. Damn, when was that? 2015? So we're getting 11 years later. It was already overdue, and now we're getting it again 11 years later. That's crazy. I remember exactly where I was at. I was in Vacaville when I watched that fight. Fun Truck, do you want to say anything more about Mayweather and Pacquiao?
Meeting right now.
I am mad at you. I'm overdue. I'm thugging it out though. Let's go. I could wait another hour. Let's go. In any event, I was transitioning, no tutti fruity, but I was segueing into this next one. The next topic on hand is Munguia and his thoughts on who he wants to face next. Did an interview with The Ring, so we'll keep it at that. I don't even want to spoil it. Fair use. Because Munguia just showed out, right? I lost 20 to, who was it? I bet Serrata. Got it right? I bet on Resendez. So, hey, he proved me wrong. I was never impressed by the kid, but hey, he showed up last weekend. So let's hear what he has to say after winning a world title. Fair use.
Hi, everyone. Manu Kakopian with The Ring. Pleasure to be joined by Jaime Munguia, fresh off a win against Armando Resendez in Las Vegas, and now the WBA super middleweight champion, The Ring's #5 ranked super middleweight. Jaime, how does it feel to be a world champion once again?
Pues la verdad que me siento muy bien de volver a ser campeón del mundo, pues estar en las listas de los número 1, ¿no? Entonces, la verdad que muy contento con este gran logro y con este nuevo campeonato del mundo.
Okay, let me say, unless this was heavily edited, he's like me with Spanish. Yo entiendo, pero no puedo hablar like bien. To say I understand it, right? He understands the interview's question, but he has to respond in his native language because he can't speak it like fluently, like he expresses like he wants to. So it's not like they got to translate on both ends. He'll get the question, but then he'll answer, and the translator will relay it back in English. So you're gonna have to have a little bit of patience, but it's worth it. I enjoyed this interview. This one I actually did watch all the way through before I pulled it up. So fair use.
I feel really, really, really happy to be back on the top game, being a world champion, being on the top of the best in Ring Magazine, and really, really proud.
I wasn't trying to lose 8 pounds, but then this happened. Factor is...
Just bear with me for today, y'all. I'll get it back tomorrow. I'm about to skip this. This is not an ED pill.
Were you surprised how easily the fight went for you? Both of you guys told me before the fight it was going to be a war, but you outclassed him pretty easily. Were you surprised how easy it was for you?
Se ve fácil, cabrón, pero no.
It looked easy, but it wasn't at all.
No está fácil. Yo creo que la verdad, sin duda, fue una gran pelea. Yo la verdad sentí un Armando Resendiz fuerte, pero digo, sin duda hicimos un gran trabajo. Desde el primer round, pues que salimos y fuimos ajustando round con round. Entonces, pues sin duda hicimos una gran pelea, una pelea inteligente. Hasta el final, ¿no? Hasta el último round que salimos con todo y dijimos, viva México, vamos con todo.
No doubt.
Just shopping up to say fair use. Shout out to The Ring Magazine. Don't flag me. I love y'all.
It wasn't an easy fight at all. I found a really, really strong fighter. Resendiz, very strong punch. But definitely we put in the work before the fight. And in between rounds, me and my team, we adjusted, I think, really, really well. I felt very prepared and confident. And even at the 12th round, I say, Viva Mexico, let's try to get that knockout. It wasn't possible, but I definitely wanted to give big time to the people who was there in Vegas and all around the world.
As Shannon Briggs would say, vamos campeón. Yeah, let's go champ. He was trying to rile the crowd up. Say Viva Mexico. I ain't mad at the kid. Let's see where his career goes. I'm excited, but we're going to get into what he's so you're looking back at it, reflecting on his last fight. We're going to get into what I'm more excited about, who he wants to fight next, and he does name some next.
You were clearly in a rhythm, and we saw you box
momentarily, so they're going to reflect for a little bit longer, but I don't want to skip over anything. Shout out to the ring phrase.
Effectively. You're even boxing off of your back foot, something we don't often see you do. What do you think your biggest improvements were in this fight?
Que deben hacer los pasos para atrás que casi no haces, que para ti cuál fue tu improvement, tu mejoría más notable que tuviste.
Pues yo siento que sin duda, pues muchas cosas boxísticamente, pero sobre todo yo creo que mi confianza, ¿no? Confianza en hacer las cosas en el ring, porque obviamente sabíamos que las habíamos hecho en el gimnasio, pero pues sin duda mi confianza y la práctica que estuvimos todos los días en el gimnasio con Eddie Reynoso.
Definitely, there was a lot.
Real quick before we get the translation, because I know most of y'all didn't get that. I did, but no, Fun Truck. I know you're eating, but how are you going to tap out? You could have just muted up. You're going to tap out as soon as the actual Mexican goes on, not a Mexican American, actual fucking from the soil Mexican comes in talking pure Spanish, but working on his English. You gonna dip out? I see how it is. Fair use.
A lot of improvement in much areas in speaking about boxing, but in the confidence, I think it was the key, because I knew that I've been working all of that for many weeks, and that gave me the confidence to deliver that night.
What has Eddie specifically helped you the most, where you feel it has been a game changer for you?
Pues yo creo que sin duda, pues mi defensa, mis piernas, mis combinaciones de golpes, señor.
Hola.
Y pues en general, ¿no? Nos ayudó bastante Eddie Reynoso.
I think Eddie definitely have been a key in improving a lot of my areas, defense, movements, footwork. So that gave me a lot of trust, and also he gives me a lot of confidence.
Pause for the cause. Please like, subscribe, and share. You want to hit the Cash App. You're not obligated by any means, but we got one tonight. And yes, at the bottom of the screen, $ CJ Rich 2026. Let's go, y'all. Fair use. I just got to make sure I chop it up so I don't get flagged.
And this was also your first fight in a year. Obviously, you were dealing with the issue you had with the PED. How was the last year for you, just mentally, getting through this and finally fighting again? Because you were very much an active fighter, and there you go, fighting for the first time in a year.
No, pues la verdad yo me sentí muy bien, después del año sin pelear. Pues yo sabía que el descanso sin duda me había caído muy bien. Había tenido pues años de trabajo muy activo. Entonces, las cosas pasan por algo y la verdad que estoy contento de que se haya pasado.
Definitely was a different year, but I was working very hard for much years, a bunch of fights, even one year before 4 fights. So that year, instead of making a damage, I think it helped me a lot for mentally, for my body. And I think now that things happen for a reason. If that thing of PEDs didn't happen, I think I will still fight a couple of times.
Interesting. So we're saying it was a blessing in disguise. The word I like to use is sublimation, which was a psychological term when you turn a negative into a positive, essentially, is the easiest way to state it. So you take, you get some bullshit circumstances and you try to make the most of them, or you do, actually. You don't just try. You actually do make a positive out to it. That's what I'm going through right now. So I feel it. Okay. Shout out Munguia for that. I like his mentality. Fair use.
How about Canelo being ringside? How did that help you? We saw him wearing the Jaime Munguia T-shirt.
So whoever the interview is, he let it simmer, right? He let him reflect on his success, and now we get into some bullshit. Not some bullshit, but he did bring up, the Canelo shit, and we'll see where this goes. It's going to transition into where I'm trying to go and who wants to face next. Shout out to Zone, or shout out Ring Magazine, rather. Fair use.
How did Canelo help you by being at your fight?
No, pues sin duda es un gran apoyo, ¿no? Bien agradecidos por el apoyo de Canelo, por el apoyo de Eddie, de toda la gente, ¿no? que nos ha apoyado, pero pues sin duda fue un gran apoyo.
Definitely was an awesome support. Things you don't see never having him cheering for me and supporting me with my T-shirt, my hat, everything was great. All the support from him, his family, and all of the Canelo team.
When we talked a few weeks ago, and I asked you if you would ever be interested in a rematch against Canelo, you said never say never. Do you still feel that way?
No, pues digo, la verdad no creo que pase. Yo creo que ahorita, muy bien con eso.
No, I think that it's not gonna happen. We're working great together. I feel very happy and grateful with the team, and I feel one more of them, and I think that's never gonna happen.
Are you one of the millions surprised by rising prices? Well, AT&T just raised your rates. You have rights.
Again, bear with me for tonight, y'all. Won't be no more ads. I've done a pretty good job of monitoring them. Hey, fair use.
One of the most important discoveries in the field of science and health over the last decade or so is the discovery that our gut health, in particular.
So how soon can we expect to see you in the ring? How about on the undercard of Canelo on September 12 against Christian Mbili, Mexico versus the world? Is that a date that you're interested in?
Sí, pues digo, estamos ahí viendo las posibilidades, ¿no? De estar pues también en esa cartelera, pero pues vamos a ver qué es lo que viene, vamos a ver qué es lo que nos dicen y pues estamos listos para septiembre.
Definitely, it's an event where we want to be a part of it due to his importance and obviously the date and doing it in Riyadh. So we had a couple of talks, discussions, and now we're waiting to see what happens. But definitely, we will love to be a part of it.
So he is open to fighting on Canelo's undercard. Essentially, he talked about Canelo and Billy. If y'all didn't catch that, he said, "Yeah, I'm cool with that." So he's not too prideful. He he's a fighter. He thugs it out. He gets it in when he does, but he was just overmatched, outskilled rather with Canelo. So he's saying, okay, cool. Yeah, it's a Mexican card. I'm cool to be on that. So shout out to him for having pride yet being humble at the same time. I'm starting to like him more. Let's go. Fair use.
So we have to wonder, who will it be against? Who are you eyeing? Maybe Hamza Shiraz? If he wins the WBO title later this month, is that the fight you're interested in, a title unification?
Que si se da la oportunidad de septiembre, si Shiraz sería una opción ahorita que pelee este 23 de
Sí,
mayo.
Pues sí, vamos a ver cuáles son las opciones, pero estamos listos para lo que sea.
I think I'm open to fight the biggest fights, what people likes, and definitely he's one of them. He's a great fighter, and let's see what happens in the next weeks.
How about the rest of the division outside of yourself and Canelo? Who do you think is the strongest super middleweight, the toughest challenge?
Here we go. The meat and potatoes. I didn't recall that it took the whole interview for him to get there, but I mean, it's only 10 minutes. But yeah, okay. So who does he want to fight next? He's a world champion now. He ain't fucking with Canelo, as he said earlier. He didn't say that, but he's not looking for that rematch. So who does he want to fight? Let's go, y'all. Fair use.
For you.
Pues yo creo que sin duda, digo, hay muchos grandes retos en la 68. Pues está el cubano que es campeón del mundo también. Está Billy, está Cheraz. Digo, no puedo decir cuál es el más fuerte, pero sin duda todos son muy fuertes y todos tienen sus cualidades y habilidades.
I think definitely there are a lot of big names in the division. Obviously, you have Shiraz, you have Billy, you have Osli Iglesias, and a bunch of names who are really, really.
You're muted, CJ. If you're talking, you're muted.
Thank you, man. I forgot to unmute. Yeah, I was just saying that either way, if whether Mbili, and I'll cam back up too, whether Mbili wins or loses that fight against Canelo, it would be a common opponent. It would just add more sauce to the story. That's basically what I was alluding to. You got anything to say about what Munguia has been saying so far this interview, champ?
I mean, it's pretty much what I expect. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to fight the best. You know what I'm saying? Like he's, you know, at that point. And I don't know. You know, the kid, he got potential. I give it to him, but that fight with Sarase, it makes me question. You know, was that a off night, or is there something that others could eventually take advantage of too? Like I'm looking at that Shiraz fight. That's the one that I want to see him in. Like the Billy fight, that's Canelo. You know, Canelo gonna do that. And then you got Lester Martinez, right? Got the Diego Pacheco's of the world out there, but I want to see this guy against Shiraz. See what you know what he could do there. Cause Shiraz, to me, he's the top guy at 168 right now.
Oh man, see, you stole my thunder. I couldn't have said it better myself. I didn't want to spoil it, but because it is actually in the title of the interview. But no, Shiraz is my man at 168. I do think he's the class of the division. So yeah, man, you took the words right out of my mouth, no Tootie. But yeah, that's who I got, and I would favor him. I would love to see the fight, but I would favor Shiraz in that fight, and I think it's a fight worth having. They both got some name, right? Shiraz got the Turk behind him. He's been in some big time fights. You know, the Adamas, say what you will. It went how it went, right? You could have said a draw. You could have said any number of things. I don't want to run that back down. But yeah, moving on. Munguia and Shiraz. Yeah, that might be actually not only the fight we want to see, but it might be the most marketable fight at 168. Picture that on the Canelo undercard on Mexican Independence Day with Turkey backing. Picture that.
That would be wild. That'll be wild. And I could see this kid moving up too. 175. Like he does good, or even if he does bad, like I think he got the frame to put that weight on, at least 175, and maybe not cruiser. But he could do that though.
It's possible. I don't think he's trying to fuck with B-Vol, and I wouldn't expect him to off top. But yeah, no, I mean, frame wise, what you alluding to, yeah, I could definitely see him maybe in 2 years.
I could see him trying to avenge Canelo, like Canelo, you beat me, he beat you, and I beat him, you know.
He got zero chance of doing that. Again, I'm starting to like him more, but there is a 0.0% chance. I never say 0%. Okay, so I'm gonna say 0.00001% chance that he could fuck with goddamn B-Vol, unless B-Vol goes through another divorce and some Mike Tyson shit where his head is fucked up. It ain't no way, champ. And Mike Tyson, my favorite fighter of all time, but yeah, no, I don't see that. All right, so we're gonna let the interview play out, and then I got one more topic after this, but I'm starving like Marvin. I've been hustling all day, a day job. I told you somebody tried to scam me on Facebook Marketplace. So needless to be said, it's been a long day, and I ain't ate in like 8 hours. So unless this conversation is real spicy, which it might be with my man Mo Brains pulling up in the building, I'm interested on what he has to say on the topics we covered so far. But yeah, we might have and finish this out and have one more topic. But before we do that, welcome my man Mo Brains to the building. I don't know how much of the show you caught. We went through Mayweather. We went through what else? The Dubois and the Cauldron. We went through Devin Haney's $100 million man, Devin Debiase, and now we on this Munguia. So any of those things you want to comment on, please feel free.
So what's up? What are you guys talking about with Munguia?
Oh, they're about to play who he wants to fight next because we kind of in the middle of it. He said Hamza Shiraz, which both me and Jay Money agreed on are up there. But there are, other Pacheco's, which I'm not as high on, obviously. Fights that he wants to see at 168 because earlier I'm going to assume you're just pulling up, so I'll cut you up. Earlier, he dismissed the idea of a Canelo rematch, but he said he's down to fight on that card. So that's where we're at with it right now in the conversation.
Right. Yeah. I think the much more realistic options for him are going to be Big Charlo and Carlos Adames. I think those are probably the most realistic ones at this point. Like just with the politics and everything, and he has the WBA title. They're usually a lot more amiable to PBC fighters.
Got you. Yeah, definitely. They have that link. Incidentally, WBC and PBC have been tapped in for a long time. So yeah, I get that. let me say before we continue the clip, who would you most want him to see? Like, what would be the best, just from a boxing purist? You're the historian, right? You're younger than me, but you're the historian. What would be the best pure boxing matchup you want to see for Munguia? Whether 168, 175, what have you?
I think the most exciting one, the most exciting fight out of all those would be Carlos Adames, because he's a come forward type of he's a come forward style type of fighter. He's very rugged, he's very aggressive, and I think he'll be able to do what Resendez couldn't do because of his size and maybe his conditioning, and get the job done. And I think that would be like the perfect fight. Also, it's supposed to be, I think the theme of that card is supposed to be like Mexico versus the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the idea being, I guess, it's like a Mexican fighter's taking on non-Mexican fighters. So that seems like more natural than him fighting Canelo or something like that.
Yeah, and that's a great gimmick. Yeah, it's kind of useless at this point because either they're going to say, oh, of course, Canelo was too old. Say he did pull the upset. Oh, you see what happened the first time. Canelo was too old this time around. Or Canelo beats his ass again and we say, oh, that's what we expected. So, yeah, there's not a lot of motion behind that. So I would agree with you. Yeah, it is a Mexico versus the world theme. Champ, what you doing? We're not going to go out. Sorry.
Munguia has played around with going back down to 160 as well. So he's mentioned maybe going back down. I don't see him going back down. He's a
It would
big
be more
kid now.
likely for Adames to move up, not to cut you off. But yeah,
Exactly. So it's a guy coming up a weight class. Presumably he's going to be a little smaller. We think it would be a little smaller. So that to me just means the more natural way. Or Charlo, same thing. Charlo, he's only fought once at 168. You know, that's the more natural matchup.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good take, champ. Okay, and so with that, we all weighed in, and my man Jay Money will be back. He's muted up for a bit. We're going to finish out this interview, and then I got I got like 20 more things, but I gotta eat. So we're going to go through this, and then we got one or two more topics. But I appreciate everyone tapped in. We have a decent number in the building. I should have done it when we had like 30 in here, but y'all like and subscribe and share the content if you're enjoying it, and I think most people do. That's why you continue to pull up. Before I move on with the end of the interview, Bulbous says, CJ, are you kidding me? Angelo Leo fight canceled. While I'm playing out the end of this, I'm going to look that up. That's news to me. Some of y'all got more time. I'm not dissing nobody, but
the news broke just like an hour ago, man. So Angelo Leo is the one the featherweight IBF champion, and he was supposed to be defending his title against the mandatory in Aleem tomorrow in Atlanta. And it's been a huge, long, drawn-out process. Aleem's promoter won the purse bid, and then they were going to put it in New Mexico, and then they changed it, and they were going to put it in Detroit, and then they changed it. They were going to put it in all this long out shit. And then today, Aleem failed the weigh-in by about 3 pounds. So their bout is canceled, which sucks.
Okay. Damn. I mean, you looked it up quicker than I could have hit AI. Thank you, Mo on the ball.
Yeah, it's been a long, drawn out thing for the last couple of months. So it's unsurprising, to be honest.
Okay. Motherfucker missed the weight. Well, it's not Angelo Leo's fight. I know it was disappointing. The kid's talented. And I was looking forward to what he could do. But I mean, hey, maybe they get a sub. I would assume that they're going to bring somebody in, which is not going to be at the level that you would want him to if he's going to take a 24-hour notice. But fuck it. I think they'll still have him fight. And it's not his fault. So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Latest reporting is that the match will be canceled entirely. So they'll have another main event. Yeah, so he won't be fighting, at least from what they're saying on the boxing scene and so forth.
Well, I didn't realize that was the main. Yeah, it's hard to get a main.
Yeah, it was a main event. It sucks, dude. It sucks. I mean, he's a champion now. He's not going to get paid.
Bullshit, man. Oh, you pissed me off. I mean,
he could be fighting Shushu. He could be fighting Shushu next month or something. But now, but he had to fight this guy. This is mandatory, and now this dude let the ball drop.
Definitely let the ball drop. Fuck, man. Okay, well, hey, In life and in boxing, you take the good with the bad. Shout out my man Al Money. Who did I miss earlier? My man Bills, who actually made my goddamn intro, which I haven't been using lately. Let me go back to that. I like to mix it up and trying out different things, but I definitely appreciate the work, man. That shit slaps. I play it in my spare time. Welcome to Boxing and BS. Anyway, shout out Bill. Shout out my man Al Money in the chat. Before we move on, we got Bulbous down here saying Fierro also missed 3 pounds versus Duarte. I wonder what's the difference. It wasn't the main event. And I would assume, and Duarte is like, I think Leo got more motion behind him. You know, I know he's a featherweight, but at his weight class, he got more motion than Duarte. But hey man,
he had that highlight reel knockout, bro. That was big. He got a lot of fans after that. He gave that dude a fucking brain bleed. It's terrible. I mean, terrible for him, but good for Leo.
Yeah. We'll leave that there. Okay, so we're gonna finish up the interview. Fair use. Shout out Ring Magazine.
Important, and I think things in the division are going to get interesting.
As far as Iglesias, do you think he's the most complicated out of all of them?
Pues es muy complicado por su estilo, es zurdo, está muy alto, es un peleador complicado.
You know, he being a left, he's very tall. His style, I think, is complicated, definitely.
And there's a lot of other top guys too, right? Which you've been linked to for a long time. Guys like Jamal Charlo, Caleb Plant, Diego Pacheco, Lester Martinez. If you could only pick one from those guys that you would like to fight, who would it be?
Pues a mí me gusta tal vez Cheraz.
Yeah, maybe Shiraz is a name. Obviously, the rest of names you gave me, they are all really interesting fights. That in
real quick, fair use. I got to chop it up, and then I might be able to let this last minute run. But I'm tired of the copyrights. But all that said, I really have something to say. Shout out to Mo for having a different opinion, but me and J Money agreed the one we want to see is Shiraz. But no, you made some good points, so I'm glad we could share that perspective. And I'm gonna let it marinate overnight, and I might even come around to your side. But for right now, I'm still with Shiraz, and that's what Munguia is saying himself. Is my point. Let's go. Fair use. Let's let it go.
In a time we discussed and we had talks, but definitely a lot of fights to make.
And of course, you're at 168 pounds. I'm sure you're going to want to defend your title, stay there for a little bit.
Sí.
175 anytime soon?
Maybe in the future.
Maybe in the future. You're on the same card with David Benavidez. Is that a fight?
I told you he's working on his English. He could answer that one straight up himself. Shout out to him, man. When you learn young, it's easier. But the older you get, the harder it gets. I started learning somewhere in middle school, but mainly in high school. So I'm okay. I didn't keep up on it, but yeah, shout out to him as a grown adult. Learning a different language is not easy. Yeah, okay, let's finish this up.
Fight you would like in the future?
Podría ser una buena pelea en un futuro.
Maybe in the future. Let's see. Now I have the opportunity to defend my title at this division, and I will make the best out of it.
So you see, maybe you're retiring at 175 pounds. That's the last division for you.
Podría ser, yeah, maybe.
Let's see what my body says on the next years, but there's Jaime Munguia for a long time.
Cool, excellent. That was great. Any final thoughts on that from I don't know if J Money is back, but from you, Mo Brains, before we move on? That was a great interview to me. I really enjoyed it.
I think he would love to get a turkey payday and fight Hamza Shiraz. Obviously, Hamza Shiraz has a fight in a couple weeks, so providing he wins that fight and wins the WBO title properly, then that would be a good fight. But I also think him fighting Ozzy Iglesias than Shiraz. I'm not a big fan of Shiraz.
That's interesting. I do like him. Do you have any reasons why you don't fuck with him? His style or his demeanor, or because you think Turkey?
I just don't think he's an excellent fighter. I don't think he's like a world beater. I think he's just kind of like a middling type of guy.
Well, I mean,
if he wins the title, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if he beats that guy.
I wouldn't say Munguia is a world beater either. So I guess we just
no. I do not. I'm not a fan of Munguia either. That's why I want to see Carlos Adames or who Ozzy Iglesias beat his ass.
Damn.
That'll please me very much as a fan.
That's why Serrata. I'm sure you're glad about Serrata getting booted for a month. Which, wow, he must be doing better than me and you probably if he's dropping like a rack on someone's head to get him kicked out for a month. What the fuck?
Supposedly, well, we'll see how the facts bear out with that.
Marco was the one that
I know he was
posted
trying to get. Well, I know, but that guy, he's the last couple of days he's been trying to like get a deal package. You know what I mean? He's like, can I get a 5 for 2? Can I get a 2 for 3? Buy one get one. He wants BOGO and kicking people off the panel. I'm like, damn, bro, what is this? Ain't the fucking swap meet?
That's funny. That reminds me of like I had a homeboy. And my old homies from elementary, we're still in the group chat. Hopefully y'all are watching me. I should really push it over more to my friends. But point of the story is this. It was like 5th grade, 6th grade, sometime around there. We had a homie named Chris, right? A big, like, sorry to say, dumb dude, like a big, like sloppy white dude, kind of like trailer trash dude. But he went to the school. It wasn't say a homie, but he hung around, right? I actually fought him once. My point is, we were having a garage sale, and he was selling video games, like old ass video games, like NES games at that point. And he said, you could have them for $1 each or 4 for $5. And we spent the whole afternoon trying to tell him that no one's going to buy 4 for $5. We can get 4 for $1 each. That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, it's kind of maneuvering. I say all that to say that definitely trying to get a deal. But I'm interested. I'm going to ask Marco how much he fucking paid in total to pack him up because he seemed pretty like sure about it. But yeah, hey,
I'm sure he'll give us the sloppy details.
Yeah, he always does. He'll give you other people's sloppy details too. Such as Giant and Jackie, and shout out to both of them. But without further ado, before we move on to the next thing I want to talk about, for the first time, my man LT is on the stage. What it do?
What's up, brother?
Thank you for having me. Good to see you. Absolutely. So I'm not sure at what point you tap in. I know you've been in here for at least a bit, at least for like a half 45, something like that. Whatever that we covered before that you feel passionate about, you want to speak on, I advise you to do so. Go ahead, man. What do you got to say?
Nah, bro, go keep cooking, bro. I totally forgot, dude. I ate something and came back and jumped on the panel, bro.
Okay. I wasn't tripping, and shout out to you for respecting the bet, honoring your bet.
Thank you. I appreciate you, bro. I'm still gonna keep on paying. Thank you for giving me your cash app.
For sure. Yeah, I was, I had never dropped it before because little sidebar, and Mo's seen this. Back when I started having a cash app, and I was taking care of my mom, and as a tribute to her, I put it in her name. And then Marco, not on purpose, but he accidentally held it up to the screen and put my mama's government out there, and I got all types of drama over that. So I wasn't trying to put it out there again. That was the only reason I didn't drop it off top. But hey, we worked it out eventually, so that's cool, man. I just wanted to let you know that it wasn't anything personal on either side, but I didn't want to drop it because motherfuckers was hating. These online.
Yeah, definitely. I totally understand, brother. I totally understand.
Yeah, no shit though. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna continue since you just got back. Then we're just gonna move on to the next topic. So bear with me 1 minute. It's gonna be Tim Bradley speaking on the possibility of a Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney fight. Make sure I got the right one. Growing pains. I swear in like a couple months I'm going to be an expert at this shit, but I'm still in my first year, but I'm learning. I'm learning slowly but surely. So yes, this is a fight hype. Real quick, Mo, I'll get the intro off and I'll let you go before I play it. This is a fight hype clip. Shout out to them. Fair use. Again, it's about Tim Bradley warning Shakur Stevenson about facing Devin Haney at 147. So go ahead, Mo.
So some context, I'm sure you probably haven't seen this either, broke in the last hour as well. Apparently, reporting from Chris Mannix that Shakur Stevenson is also pursuing a multi-million-dollar deal with Zuffa Boxing. So if Shakur and Devin Haney both end up with Zuffa or in some capacity, their matchup becomes a lot more realistic.
it's almost the fans would mandate it because again, that's still a small growing promotion. And while they have the bread, they don't have a ton of names. So you got these motherfuckers in and around the same weight class, both signed to you. It's no excuse, got to do it. And I'm sure that's why. Once he's seen the Devin deal go down, he's like, damn, he getting that kind of bread over there. Okay, I mean, this is someone who's going to knock my fucking head off. Even if I lose, I'll get much more than that 25% they were offering a couple years ago. So, yo, shout out to Mo Brains with the breaking news. I guess I got to be on the news cycle while I'm live. I had my topic set up, and you're breaking news. Hey, shout out Mo. LT, you want to speak on that?
Man, that would be fucking great, honestly, bro. I want to see that fight happen. But if it does, that would definitely be at 147. Am I correct?
Yeah, because Devin isn't going back down. Hell no.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Yeah, man, it's definitely going to be hard for them.
Devil's advocate, maybe like a 144, but I mean, not a 144.
You think that Zuffa will allow catchweight?
Yes. Well, Zuffa, since their first card, have done many fights at catchweights. Most of them, actually. Most of their fights are at catchweight.
Because it's going to bring in the money either way.
Yeah, because they don't have any. They don't have any junior weight classes. So for fighters that are making the jump up to other weight classes, they cut them some slack and let them fight at catchweight.
135 to 147. That's a big leap. So it makes sense to have catchweights if you have no in between divisions. Absolutely, good point, Mo. But yeah, definitely at one. Okay, I would say 144 would be the lowest possible, right? Because Devin's big even for 147. I would say, but
yeah, I believe if I'm not mistaken, Devin fought a catchweight against Jose Ramirez at 143. 143 or 144. So that's not that's not unrealistic for him.
It was just a year ago, but yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay, I remember the time scorecard.
Almost a year ago, exactly. Yep. Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, let's let. And I find it very surprising that me, of all people who almost always disagrees, giving Tim Bradley 2 clips in one live. But no, he had some good insight. I did see this one actually all the way through. So this is one of the ones I know all about it. But yeah, he's going to talk about eventually Shakur and Devin. But he's cooking, man. Let's go. Sometimes you're right. Sometimes you're wrong. I respect you when you're right. And when you're wrong, I disagree. This is some man shit. Let's go. Fair use. Shout out to Fight Hype.
But let's end on a high note, Tim. Boxing is hot right now. We both know it. You're living it every day, 24/7. Mike Coppinger, there's a rumor that Shakur can't talk to you without talking about Shakur. You even mentioned him earlier. We didn't even, him and Devin could be in talks. How great would that be if that fight gets made?
The fight shouldn't happen.
It is a boring fight, honestly.
Okay.
That's hilarious. The fight shouldn't happen. Hey, yo, shout out to Mo. I seen you in the private chat. I got your source. I'm going to pull that up momentarily. But yeah, his take is funny.
Fight shouldn't happen. The weight's going to be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
The weight's going to be an issue. And this is the thing. Like, let's just say this, hypothetically, they meet at 144. Let's say Shakur beats him. Let's say that Haney didn't look good. You think Shakur gonna get the credit? No. He don't get the credit. You weight drain him. Just like Tank did with Ryan Garcia. There's an asterisk right next to that. Oh, you weight drained him. Well, he signed on the dotted line. Oh, you weight drained him. So Shakur is the type of fighter that has to deal with enough because, he talks, he can fight. I think he's the best fighter in the world right now.
Hold on, champion. I know I gotta chop this up, but I'm really doing like, no. Shakur does not talk. He fights. You don't talk. Let's go. Fair use.
But it's like everything he does, he has to be very extremely calculated with it because, again, they still today, fighters like Terrence Crawford is still getting, not getting the credit he deserved after beating Canelo, right? Yeah. You can never make everybody happy, and I get that. But when the time is right, Shakur has to go to 147.
That might be too late, Bradley. Devin would very well be like I would say within a year it's realistic for him to move up. I mean, not only are the names at 154, but he's just about to be 30. Shit, I can't. It's amazing. I'm not a big dude. I can't make the weight these dudes make. Incredible. What 20-something-year-old metabolism will do for you. But I say all that to say it might be too late by the time Shakur is ready because he got small frame, he got small bones. He's not built like that. So by the time he gets ready for 147, niggas might be gone. It might be a ghost town. But yeah, fair use. Shout out Fight Hype.
That's you can't sell yourself short. You go 44 for what? Nah, just for the money? Nah. Go to 147 for that strap. You know, if you're not gonna go to 147, don't even mess around with him. Don't even mess around with him. That's what I would tell Shakur. You know, because again, it's a double-edged sword, man, and you won't get the credit. Even if you beat him, you won't get the credit. You won't. So,
does he beat him?
But yeah, would I like to fight? Would I like to fight at 47? Oh hell yeah. Oh, I would like to fight. But Shakur understands how difficult Haney is, and with Haney being bigger than he is, physically stronger than he is, he knows like I'm gonna have to take some time to build up to that. You know, because
absolutely. Let's go. Anyone want to commentate before we keep cooking? Because I'm agreeing with him, and that's why I pulled it up. Yeah, he's just not. He's not built for that. And I would say Shakur is more skilled, maybe by like 10 to 15%, but can that overcome the size disadvantage? But y'all got it. I'll pass the mic.
I honestly, bro, I think that would be a boring ass fucking fight, bro. You know what
I'm just getting back. I didn't hit a topic.
Oh, it's all good. We're just getting into a possible Haney Shakur. So we're playing a Fight Hype clip. Shout out to them, fair use. Tim Bradley saying he don't want Shakur to go up to 147 and face Devin because he would be at a major disadvantage, essentially, if I could sum it up.
I mean, listen, test yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do that, but, you know, he also has to understand he got hurt hands. What that would be like his 5th division, right? He's 4th division champ. So, or like 4 divisions he's fought in. So, I mean, I'm not completely against him moving up. It's just do it when he's ready to do it. You know, don't rush it. That's what I'm against. You know what I'm saying? Right. Doing it before it's premature.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm sorry to interrupt, bro. My bad.
No, yeah, go ahead.
But I'm gonna be honest, bro. I think Shakur's fucking. Dude. I think Shakur's ready, dude. Easily.
You think Shakur's what?
Come on, bro. Ryan Garcia's the champion at 147. You don't think
I don't think he ain't. If he fought Ryan, maybe that's a different stylistic matchup. Maybe.
But still,
I'm not saying go against Ryan. I'm not saying go against Ryan, but still, if Ryan Garcia is the champion at 147,
yeah, you're saying that's the state of the division. Not to cut you off.
Rolly Romero, bro. Yeah. Yeah, you're good. Rolly Romero, bro, is the champion at 147. Come on, bro.
I'll use the phrase again.
You know what I mean?
147. You saying 147 is drier than a nun's pussy, and I feel you. It ain't, ain't the heavy hitters up there normally are at welterweight.
Yeah, so, man. I think the dangerous division. I think the dangerous division is actually 154. Everybody knows this, right?
Oh, definitely.
I don't think this dude has nothing to worry about. Good matchups, good names, like he can fight Ryan Garcia, whatever who's there, right? Ryan Garcia or what's the fucking Conor Ban or
okay, so yeah, and that's also still a possibility. Don't forget about that. But if you have anything else to say, I'm gonna let you go. But you're trying to have it back and forth, and while it's on my California pothead brain, I got to get it out immediately. So
you're good, bro.
I'm saying that that's the only, and it sounds like you're agreeing with me. Maybe you didn't think of it in these terms because you don't want to see it because you think this would be a boring fight, and it might be. I'll give you that. But the only person that could really fuck with Shakur at 147 is Devin. So you thinking about it as in a move up, like jump up a division in general. I'm thinking about jump up a division strictly to fuck with Devin off top
Just with
because, like
Devin?
Mo said, he's trying to sign with Zuffa. So I mean, it might be in the oven. I don't know, champ. He could knock
Sufa
out.
will definitely make it happen, bro. I mean, if they both are signed to Sufa, Sufa will make it happen, bro. You know what I mean? Sufa will make it happen.
Yeah, CJ. I mean, the selling point of Zuffa and their whole endeavor is, none of you guys fight each other. We get these fights too late. Zuffa,
Right.
we're gonna make them fight each other. This, and that. So if both of them end up at Zuffa, I think it'd be an indictment of that whole organization if they don't make Devin versus Shakur. Which I think, I think it's fair for LT to say. Because of the styles, it's going to be boring fight and this, and that. But a lot of fights in history where there were two boxers that went at each other, and I thought they were very interesting fights. Because it forces somebody to be something else. Like the one that comes to mind is Buddy McGirt versus Pernell Whitaker. Those were two very defensively minded master boxers, and they gave a very scientific but very exciting two fights.
I'll give you another one. Sab Judah, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, there you go. That was an exciting fight.
That was dope. Definitely.
Yeah. But I don't think these two dudes, bro. Let me tell you, because I think these two are gonna clinch the fuck out of each other, bro.
I would be
disappointed. I mean, look, I'll defend Devin. I mean, he knocked down his last opponent, who was a big, strong, rugged puncher. We didn't think he could do it, and he knocked him down.
Yeah, but still, he clinched.
He should. I didn't see that. I saw more Norman initiating
Maybe
most of the
you didn't see it. He
So,
clinched, like
I'll shoot Devin some bail. I'm not the biggest Devin fan, but he's the kingmaker at 147. So if Shakur's gonna fight any champion at 147, it should be him.
I think Shakur beats him, but it's not good for him right now. I think Shakur should call his shot. You know what I'm saying?
These fuckers want
move when
money,
he
bro.
wants.
Nah, bro. These fuckers want money, bro. If they're going to Sufa,
that's not all they want. You know what I'm saying? Some of them want greatness.
Listen, bro. They want that big bucks, bro. They
do, but here's the thing, right? They want the respect at the table more. They want the props. They want to be known as the best more. Right,
bro.
So,
I'm gonna be honest.
Hold on. I gotta get off. I never mute anybody, and I'm trying to keep that up. So I just gotta get in for the channel, man.
My bad.
Rock my shit out real quick. Yes, because we got more in the building than we have, a little bit more recently. Please, y'all like, subscribe, and share the content if you're enjoying it. I mean, I don't know why you'd be pulling up in the building if you weren't enjoying it. So please share my shit. If you feel so inclined, hit that Cash App. $CJ Rich 2026. But we're cooking. I mean, the people are feeling that. That's why we got more viewers right now, because people are feeling what y'all are saying. So continue the debate, please.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, bro. Listen, bro. Like, there's way more smoke without Sufa. Like, if you don't sign the Sufa, you get way more smoke, right? So if you're going to Sufa, bro, because you're looking for the money, bro. So, bro.
I don't care
better
about
fucking
that.
happen. It better fucking happen. Like, if they both go to Sufa, bro, they better make it happen, bro. Cause all the smoke, really, like, the only person that really a good match right now that actually is signed to Sufa is just Conor Ben. That's it.
Well,
neither Devin Haney. Let's say Devin Haney signed.
I'm saying I don't care about Zuffa. I don't care about Zuffa. So you could tell me that I don't really give a damn about Zuffa. Zuffa could go somewhere.
Yeah, like, so that's the point.
Fair. I mean, if Zuffa, no, come on, J Money. I mean, you be fair. Let's be fair and balanced. If Zuffa
let's be fair. It's not a world company.
If Zuffa signs Devin Haney and Shakur and makes them fight, that's a super fight for the ages. Like, that might be the biggest super fight of the year.
I wouldn't watch it.
Really? Wow, that's surprising.
Just like I didn't watch Glanton Apataya. Just like I'm not gonna watch this shit.
Glanton. Whoa, come on, Shakur. Okay, Shakur and Devin Haney.
It doesn't matter. If it says Zuffa, I'm not watching it.
Respect on these young guys' names, bro. They ain't exactly Brendan Glanton. So Brendan Glanton.
But that's the thing, bro.
Was fighting in
I'm not watching it. I don't care who it is.
But that's the thing.
It could be Floyd Mayweather, and I'm not watching it.
Bro, listen, but that's the thing, bro. So that's the thing, right? Right. So let's say those two characters sign to Sufa. They
I won't
fight
care.
each other,
They
right? They
retire.
fight each other, and their career ends. You know why?
That's good.
Because they
It
can't move
ended
up
once
and
they signed
get
to Zufa.
another. They can't move up.
I
They
wouldn't
who were they?
care.
Okay, let's say Devin Haney fights Shakur under Sufa. They're both under the banner. They fight each
I
other.
wouldn't care. To
Right
me,
now,
it's like
I'm just
they
for other people, right? Like
Let
I
him
know it's
win,
not
and I got something to say too, but let him win.
right. So let's say they both sign to Sufa. They fight each other. That's it. That's where their career ends because they haven't signed anybody else.
Okay.
All the smoke. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm
All
so
the
glad.
smoke is outside of Sufa. So let's say these two characters, Devin Haney and Shakur, fight each other outside of Sufa without that contract. They fight each other, and what happens next? They can still move up and fight other champions and for other belts.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
That's what I
I
want.
need to address LT on 2 points. First of all, my perspective. I halfway agree with you. That Zuffa doesn't have other big time fighters. However, you must have missed when I said this earlier because I'm not sure what time you got in the building. I'm not belaboring you for the point, but I'm gonna say that they just started putting on live events this year. We are in the beginning of May. We got to give it time to build. You know, Opataya was the face at one point, then somebody else whose name escapes me, and now it's Devin. That's pretty damn good to get Devin as the face of your company within this amount of months. I say all that to say, give it time to let them build. No one comes out the gate. Mom and pop's shop doesn't become Walmart overnight. I'm saying be patient.
And not only that, CJ.
Real quick, let me finish my point because you know my memory is fucked up, and I'll let you go. I got like 5 to 10 more seconds. I see you already got me off. I say that to say, yeah, just in summary, give it time to build. We got to be patient and not expect fucking fireworks off top. And maybe they will. Maybe once they have enough fighters, I'll end with this. They will add those in between divisions. But if you don't have a certain amount of fighters, it makes no sense. But y'all got it.
Not only that, CJ, but now people got on them about having fights in that musty ass, dingy ass car garage, and now they're going to do a fight in some theater in the UK. They're going to do another fight at the Cosmopolitan Theater next month. So hey, they're picking up steam. If they get these two guys and put them in the ring together, I'll give them credit. That's a great super fight.
Absolutely.
Listen,
And one more thing I wanted to say, LT, and I promise I'm gonna let you cook. But these guys, I wouldn't say their career is over after that. I will agree when you said that if they don't make that fight happen and they're both signed to Zuffa, that's a fucking travesty. I agree 1,000% with that. But I wouldn't say it's over because these guys they don't have to move up, especially a Shakur, right? That would be, I think he tops out at 147 to be honest. So he wouldn't have to move up. Devin, might say is in no man's land because he would have the chance to do 154 and cap out his career there. But I wouldn't say their career is over. It depends on how Zuffa goes, the trajectory. And I'll say that I know I'm being a little long-winded, but I'll pass it with this: that if they get Devin and Shakur over there, these other guys are going to definitely be looking at it. It's like, oh, they got it popping over there. That might incentivize other motherfuckers.
Bro, CJ, you give it some time, Mayweather's going to become a super fighter. And then you're going to have J Money pulling up to Vegas fucking and be one of the front row fucking ticket holders.
Listen, if
I don't know, bro. Like honestly, it is
not at all.
By all these characters, bro. Like it is a lot of
work. I don't care.
These are fighters. Why you call them characters? I think that's slightly disrespectful.
You know what I mean. Listen, bro. I saw point to take in, bro. I saw this interview. I think it was Hamza Shiraz, but what he said, I've heard so many fighters say this on interviews. When they're young, bro, they grow up, right, and they see these boxers, right. They're growing up and they want to be champions. They want to be world champions, and they want to carry those belts, bro. They want to carry the red belt. They want to carry the green belt. They want to carry the black belt. You know what I mean? Like they want those belts around their waist. It's like us, bro. When we're young, bro, like I want that Ferrari. You know what I mean? Like, oh man,
exactly
just that Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing about these fighters that which is I think that's not gonna go all the way to Sufa. Like how you guys think it's gonna take decades, bro, to get to that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna
Yeah.
take decades because these
Bro, what are you
fighters
talking
really
about?
do like
Devin Haney's gonna sign with Zuffa.
right. Even
My bad, Joe.
Mike Tyson, bro. Like even Mike Tyson, like he kept on saying like when he was young he wanted all the belts. Like when these fighters are, you know what I mean? Like they want all the belts, like because
These
they grew up
motherfuckers want a
watching those
paycheck,
belts.
bro. They don't want a belt. They want a fucking paycheck. They're gonna go
They
with
want to
somebody.
be world champions,
Well,
not
Hunter
super
Ben is one of
champions.
those fuckers that didn't want a fucking belt. He wants the paycheck. That's definitely that what we know. And I think Aya Pataya was a dumbass, bro, because he really does want the belts, but they fucking stripped him in Sufa.
Okay, real
So
quick,
that's
I got a
that's
couple
so.
things to say. I'm gonna let you continue, but I am amazed that most of my panel is Latino right now, if not mistaken, all Mexican. I appreciate y'all. People say I'm racist, but definitely not. I grew up around alongside y'all. I'm just being facetious, but fuck LT.
J
Oh,
Money
Bulbous has a quick
Guatemala
question
or
for you. I
fucking
mean,
from
he's been down
Ecuador,
the whole time, so I'll be remiss if I didn't acknowledge his question. He says, hold on, let me scroll back up. LT, is Canelo going to knock out M. Billy? And we can get back to the regular schedule program, but he said this about 15 minutes ago. I want to acknowledge
I don't think he knocks him out, but definitely a knockdown. There's a knockdown in between that. I don't think he has enough gas to knock him out anymore. I don't think he does. But who the fuck knows? I see a knockdown if it happens.
And Billy is bulky. But let's get back to the subject of Zuffa and Haney and Shakur. I want to respond to you like this, LT. I don't think it's going to take decades to build it up. In a traditional boxing sense, yes. We're in the social media. We're in the AI age. Everything is accelerated. Since the internet really popped off in the 90s, everything is going in fast motion. So with them getting Haney and possibly Shakur, 5 months after they started putting on events, it ain't gonna take decades. It's gonna take maybe 5 years to be as tough as any of the other dudes.
Nah, everybody's not sellouts. That's the thing. You got to remember that everybody ain't sellouts. Everybody ain't gonna just
if they got the
pour
biggest
themselves out.
bread,
No,
you could
bro,
get prestige and the bread. I don't know why you're framing it as a
hang
sellout,
on.
but I'll pass the
No,
mic.
they're
No,
sellouts. They are sellouts. They're
no,
selling out. They're selling out of
Selling
their
out for
rights.
what are you talking about, bro? You're getting money.
Listen.
Listen.
Let me tell you.
No. You listen to
You
me,
asked
bro.
me how.
You
You asked me, right?
Hang on.
Did you ask me?
One
Listen,
mic.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
I've been a UFC fan for a very long time, and just right now I was looking at the UFC card that's I'm sorry, the MMA card that's going to be live on Netflix. Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano and Nate Diaz and Mike Perry, and then you have some Francis Ngannou fighting on that card, and then you have like a really good high level MMA names on that card. And I'm like, holy shit, for once, the UFC is actually going to be matched with entertainment value. And it's probably going to be bigger. More eyeballs are going to be on the UFC. Sorry, MMA on Netflix, not the UFC.
Why is
You know,
that?
so
No, why is that?
because
Why is that? Why is that? It's
because
because of the
because
fighters,
they
fun truck. Because of the fighters, not
Netflix.
because of Dana White, not because of Netflix, not because of nobody. The concoction of fighters. If Netflix would have got together and put a concoction of bullshit together, guess what? No big show, nothing that we're talking about now. It's only like that because the fighters make it, and these promoters need to know their place and stay in their place and work for the fighter. Work along
Hey,
with the
shout out to MVP for doing it the right way, J Money, right? MVP, most valuable promotion.
MVP for doing it
Tried
the right
and true.
way. Big Paul.
The tried and true boxing way. Yep.
Facts. You see, that's how you do it. That's how
No,
you
he's
do
being
it. You don't
facetious.
sit there-
You
No,
missed
I'm
it,
not. I'm being dead ass serious. Oh, fuck, no, most
The
valuable
traditional
promotion.
boxing
What
with
do you mean?
women's promoting women's boxing at the top is
They
traditional.
took top ranked spot on ESPN, bro. Are you kidding me?
Hey, champ,
They
that's not
brought
traditional.
ESPN back into
They
boxing.
took
Yes,
food off top
he's not
ranked
lying.
plate.
He's not lying, bro. They brought ESPN back into boxing. You understand what I'm saying? With all the
Yeah, and
promoter
all that is
issues.
cool. I'm just saying, all I'm saying, and I'll let you go. It was innovative. The different angle they did take is to try to cater to the women. But that's it.
No, it's just that they didn't do. They're not in it for themselves. You understand? It was never about their own personal vendettas. That's not what's going on here. Even with Clarissa Shields, they was talking about matching Shadeja Green with her, and that's an MVP fighter. You don't do that if you're some butthurt promoter who can't get past his own feelings and emotions. That's what these guys were doing in these networks as well. So all that turmoil, the politics got in between. But Zuffa's not the solution. Letting this scumbag come from UFC over here to thrive is not the solution. It's different. Like boxing needed work, but it's not this. It's not this. It's not spitting in the face of Muhammad Ali. Come on.
Oh my God, this is the all right. We don't have to go down
Yeah,
this road.
yeah. My
This is
gosh.
not
Yeah,
the end
yeah.
of boxing. This is not
No,
the end of boxing,
it
bro.
could be.
This is,
It could be because guess what? Look, this is what
bro,
happens.
this is
No,
this
listen.
is Sunday night fights. That's all.
Sunday night fights. Guess what? They could keep their Sunday night fight, shove it right up their ass. I don't care if they. I don't care if. I don't care if. Listen, I don't care if Elon Musk and fucking these guys get together and hold Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney on the moon. I'm not watching that shit.
Okay, real quick, another pause for the cause for the channel. You guys are cooking. I'm definitely passing it back, but I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge Rob the Barbarian once again for hitting the cash app. I appreciate you, champ. I know I'm late, but no, you got your acknowledgement. Hopefully, you're still tuned in. But go ahead, y'all got it.
They could make Bud versus fucking Floyd Mayweather in the middle of a fucking palace, and if it's Zuffa, I'm not watching that shit. To me, that's not real boxing.
That's crazy, champ. To say it's not real boxing, because I think you got the personal vendetta, champ, and I'm appreciate you pulling up in the panel. I'm trying to shit on you, but I'm just listening in real time. I think you got some personal shit because these niggas are thugging it out. It's like pro boxing on steroids. Hold on. Let me say this real quick. To start out, so far, I said it's like pro box on steroids because it might not be the big, huge name fighters, but they got great matchmaking. And they're willing to give these fighters a showcase. And the one thing they can do that Pro Box can't so far is give them payday. So I say that they're just building it. Okay, you got to invest money up front in any business. We know this. You're not going to start with $0 and make an infinite amount. So they're throwing it out there early, no tootie. But with the idea they're going to get the return on the investment for investing in big time fighters like already have a name like Haney and Shakur. And then we can attract everyone underneath them because these are like the top guys at their division. Right, so I'm thinking they're thinking in business terms, man. I'm not gonna say there's fighters are selling out or that I don't take it seriously just because they don't have the top level fighters yet. Let's give it time. I'm just patience.
That's not what I'm saying.
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
Hey,
World boxing.
Dubois gonna knock Wardley out in 4. Fuck Mo for putting that picture up on his avatar.
Hey, get the towel ready. Get the towel ready.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you. Hey, I'm gonna come back up here tomorrow night.
Oh my bad.
I'm gonna be back up here, and I'm gonna let you know. No, Mo, I'm gonna let you know. You don't know shit about boxing. I can't wait.
Cook 'em.
So, hey, tomorrow night, Punchuk's gonna be walking through a Wardley Wonderland. That's all I know.
I think.
Yeah, right. Tell me how, Mo.
I think CJ misunderstood my point. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
we don't have to
maybe I did, champ. Go ahead and clarify.
Tell me how Wardley's gonna do it.
Hold on. Let LC go, and then I'll let y'all get back. But yeah, I want to understand.
Oh, no. What I was saying about you not understanding what I was saying about me belittling Zuffa and not calling it real and saying they sold out is because boxing is a world sport. Boxing is not limited to the number of the fighter pool that the company got. That's some other shit. You know what I'm saying? That's not the traditional boxing that we know, the shit that we credit.
I understand
world champions, right? Have to be able to fight anybody in the world at any given time. You understand? They have to be able to go and jump to a different. Why you think the WBC can't lock you down or the WBA can't lock you down? Imagine them being able to do that. Imagine you become the WBA champion, right? But due to other contractual issues, you can't go fight for another title. You can't even leave them.
That's I agree. That is pretty shitty, dude. That is a shitty prospect because look, I just came back from Japan, and there's a lot of great fighters out there, and they deserve their world title shots, and they deserve to, fight champions, abroad in the States or in the UK or what have you. And if every country had their own Zuffa, we wouldn't get stuff like that, right? We wouldn't get Cam versus Inoue.
But I gotta respond like this real quick, and I will pass it. I'll be brief. I'll be succinct. Let's go. Yes, I understand what you're saying for right now because they're trying to hold on. Because let me give you the reasoning. From a business perspective, a WWE perspective, if you're trying to build your clout up to compete with these other guys, you cannot come in seeming like a minor league promotion. You got to say, Either you with us or against us. And then once you build your clout and your fighters and your matchups up to a certain level, then you can say, okay, let's spread the wealth. We're on an even playing field. But there's no way you're going to come in and say, yeah, I'm the lesser body. I'm a little bitch. I'm your guy's subordinate, and then ever get the respect. So they're pushing a hard line because they have the capital to do so. We can invest up front and we can build ourselves up and get these guys. And then when I'm on your level, then it's 5 belts. That's what they're thinking. That's my mentality. I'm not saying that it's cool to like lock a motherfucker out of fighting for another belt but I think that's temporary is my overall point.
No, they don't want to work with them. They don't acknowledge them. That's the thing, CJ.
It's temporary though. It's temporary.
No, it's not temporary. It's permanent.
How you gonna, we can neither of us know. We're both speculating, right? But you can't just
no, it's not speculation. They've already made their intentions very clear. And they've even said that they intend to eliminate the other promoters.
Nothing is forever.
No. Listen, this is what I'm saying. They created the UBO thing because they're trying to just focus on themselves. Everything else exists out there. You understand what I'm saying? Like when they made Glance and Apataya, they tried to make it seem like these guys were just fighting for a world title. Like they didn't even acknowledge the IBF until shit got real in the media, and then it was like faking it. Like, oh, okay, now since they throwing a riff about it, we'll show the IBF title. But it took for the IBF to be like, yo, what's this? And they treating it like
we're both speculating. I'll let you finish. We're both speculating at this point. Neither of us know if it's temporary or permanent. I understand it leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and I agree that you shouldn't be shutting other sanctioning bodies out. But I think it's a pure clout move. It's like flexing on a bitch. Once she sees you with another bitch, then she's gonna fucking want to fuck with you more. But okay, real quick, I'll pass it back. I just want to shout out the chat. Shout out my man Purosur, PFM. What up, CJ Rich, Boxing and BS? Thank you. Y'all got it.
Hey, shout out to Purosur, bro. Tell his brown ass to jump on the panel, bro.
yeah. It's the link. It's up there.
Yeah, so I mean, listen, I'm not against them if they would have just played along, not try to take over. When you try to take over, you don't create legal loopholes unless you intend to take advantage of them. You understand? I'm not a fool. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to create a leeway for you to be a scumbag, unethical prick, and then be like, oh, Scout's honor. I'm not going to do it though. Nah, I don't trust you, motherfucker. I don't trust you.
Man. I understand that too. Okay, that was a good rebuttal to what I was saying. Okay, I get that, but I just think that there's no long-term incentive to saying fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking that they're thinking long-term as well, based on the moves they've been making so far. Again, 5 months in, Devin Haney, possibly Shakur Stevenson. And I think they are thinking long-term, but in the meantime, I'm going to let my nuts hang. And that's how I would come in the game. I don't join a softball team trying to be, okay, you got it. I don't join the softball team trying to be the second baseman. I'm trying to be the shortstop, the pitcher, the captain, nigga. I'm trying to be that nigga. So they're coming out with their nuts hanging. That's all I'm saying. But, okay. I've said enough for right now. We barely gotten into the interview. Unless anyone else got something to say, we're going to continue cooking on this Tim Bradley, Warren, and Shakur Stevenson, not to fuck with Devin Haney at 147. But y'all got it. I mean, I'd rather chop it up.
Yeah, man, let's chop it up, bro. That shit's going to send me to sleep, bro.
Well, y'all got to have something to say because I'm exhausted, man. If I don't think about it,
I
don't say it in 5 seconds, I forgot it. I got to get my shit out in 5 seconds, so I forgot.
Do you, brother. Do you.
All right, cool. I appreciate it. Mo, I see you in the chat. Man, my man Fun Truck had to go off to eat. He's always eating. But anyway, shout out to my mostly Latino panel tonight. I appreciate y'all. For real. I'm not even being sarcastic, but I'll fuck with everybody. Let's go. Fair use. Shout out to Fight Hype, Tim Bradley and his take. Again, warning Shakur Stevenson not to fuck with Devin Haney at 147. That's how we got into the Zuva shit. But let's go.
A lot of people, I'm hearing a lot of people saying, well, Shakur is pretty big. He's pretty big. His muscles are not mature like that. You see Haney's body shit against Norman Jr.?
Yeah.
Shit. Man. You see his body against Norman Jr.?
Yeah.
He's built his body up. Straight up lethal weapon. So like Shakur.
Quick pause for the cause I was alluding to earlier. I said he looks big for 147 even though he's just barely up there. He got the bones, the bone structure rather, to be up there at 154. Let's go. Fair use.
He looked good in his last fight with Tio, but he needs to continue to build on that frame, build his neck up. Because at 147, those punches, they different than 140. They different than 135 too, and 130 and 126. At 147, the fucking punches hurt. They hurt, right? And they heavy. And Haney dropped Norman Jr., who was a natural 147 pounder. Dropped him. Could have had him out if he would have took more chances. However, he played smart.
I don't think he gets enough props for that. No one expected him to be the one to drop him. And again, Tim Bradley is gonna let it go and really elaborate. But yeah, people want to impress more. Oh, if you're that good, you should just get him out of there. Again, he's fighting a champion at a new weight class. He knows he's in the driver's seat. Cruise to victory. You may not respect it, but you got to understand the strategy. Fair use.
Smart.
Shout out Fight Hype.
But yeah, that's a tough fight. And Shakur knows it. It's a tough fight. So he needs to take his time, build his body up, get to 147, then face him. These guys are still in their 20s.
You hear what he said? He said get acclimated to 140. Well, not in so many words, but he alluded to getting acclimated at 147, then face Haney. And I would agree with that. You don't want that to be your first fight moving up when you know you're at a size disadvantage and the skill is comparable. I do think Shakur is more skilled, but it's not that big of a gap where you couldn't just, the size wouldn't make a difference. But okay, shout out Bradley for use.
They still in their 20s. And it'll probably take them about 6 months to a year to get right and build his body up. But I think Shakur has other plans at 130, 35 maybe, or even maybe 140. There's some fights potential.
I hate that he said 135. I definitely don't recommend that. Let's go, fair use.
The fights out there that he can fight. But a lot of these guys, they need to stop. Every fight ain't gotta be a damn Super Bowl. Fuck. There's sometimes we just want to see you perform, bro. And there's top contenders out there that we want to see you fight against. Why not? Because styles make fights, But it's a lot of these guys, this generation, these fighters don't want to go backwards. So if I made $5 million from this last fight, I want to make $6 million the next time. Whoa. But if I fight against this guy, I won't be making that money. No, you won't. You won't, because this guy is not the same as this guy, So, but every fight ain't got to be a Super Bowl. Sometimes you can stay busy and give us a top contender.
Oh, okay. So I misunderstood. Again, this is the one clip I think I watched thoroughly through before I pulled it up. Most of the time I react in real time, but I did hear him. Like I heard him earlier. Again, I was out running, so I didn't hear everything. But I say all that to say, he's saying that Super Bowl, when he says Super Bowl, every fight don't got to be the Super Bowl. He's saying it doesn't have to be your highest payday. I thought he was talking about in terms of like the legacy issue of fight, but he's alluding to the financial. You don't have to make a higher amount every single time. And that's interesting insight, right? I haven't heard that stated. Maybe y'all have. I'm not going to take credit for that. He's the first one I heard it stated. Like, it's more about, I'm not saying they prioritize in a vacuum. Today's fighters prioritize legacy over, or rather financial gain over legacy. But in terms of fight to fight negotiations, they would be like, yeah, I made $8 million. I got to lose $10 million this fight, even if it's a lesser name. So a shout out to him for pointing that out. We're about to wrap this up. I am starving like Marvin. I'm going to call this intermittent fasting stream. You know what I mean? I might retitle it because I'm definitely starving, but people were tapped in, so I'm giving y'all what you want. Let's go. Fair use. Shout out Fight Hype. Shout out Tim Bradley.
Fight and then build up and do a big fight, right? So on another note, I see Bam coming back. I see Bam coming back. So, but I hear I want the winner of the Inoue and Nakatani. Do you really want the winner? Because you fighting at 118.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, maybe he wants to pay that. I know my homies, my essays, no diss, ain't gonna like to hear that. And I love Bam. He's in my top definitely top 5, maybe top 3. I got to hash out based on everything that's gone on lately. But Pete Game, he's definitely up there for me. Definitely in the top 5. I'm not saying he's bitch made at all, but maybe he's like, damn, these little dudes, I'm not getting no bread. I got the skill level. I need to cash out, champ, before this Inoue's and I think Nakatani's slightly younger, but I know Inoue is getting up there. He's definitely in his early to mid 30s. So maybe he wants to he's willing to take that risk. And we can't have it both ways. You can't say, oh, he's bitch made. He ain't willing to fucking move up. I heard fucking Mick, shout out Mick, not really. He said that Bam is ducking Inoue. I was like, a nigga 2 weight classes ahead of you. How could you possibly duck him? That's nonsense to me. I think sometimes people just want to push narrative. In fact, I know that, man. I've been on the internet since 1992, since way before AOL. Shout out to my mom because she knew the internet was going to be the future. So I've been fucking with the internet and trolls and shit since fucking Prodigy chat rooms. Again, before AOL Prodigy. Y'all look it up if y'all young dudes don't know. Anyway, in any event, dudes just want to get a reaction. You know what I mean? And sometimes I play into it because it's fun. But I never I'm going to pull up and do something to someone because of something shit they said online unless they threaten me in real time. Bars. But that goes for anyone. In any event, I said all that to say that don't let these trolls get you riled up. I mean, there's no way that Bam has been ducking Inoue because he would be the one stepping up to the plate. I mean, it would be, and I don't even agree with this, but if anything, the narrative could be reversed. Said, oh, I mean, you guys are only fucking so many pounds apart. You could meet him at fucking, what the fuck is the fucking weight cut? 118, whatever the fucking, or in a catch weight, somewhere in between. I know the gaps are so small down there. It'd be like 3 and 4 pounds, but I've said enough. Let's keep cooking. Shout out Fight Hype.
You ain't fighting at 22. You want the winner? Wouldn't you want to fight 22? So like actions, I hear what you're saying, but actions for me, that's where I'm looking. I'm like, wait, so you just gonna go from 118 to 122 and don't even take a little step up fight and see if you can handle that at 122? So like, I hear what.
Hey, the gate is closing. You got to strike with the iron side. Even if he fucking loses, he loses to an all-time great, a dude considered #1 pound for pound in his time, and he could just bounce back. He would still be the face of the little guys. So I'm with it, man. I'm thinking strategically from business perspective. Fair use. Shut up, Fight Up.
What you're saying, but your actions are speaking different. And who is it do you facing? Oh, he's a top contender. Okay, he's a top contender. I get it. But the division to me is kind of weak at 18 without no Nakatani being there. Because Nakatani now has moved up to 22.
He could also fuck with Nakatani, even off the loss.
So, yeah, man. A lot of these guys, they get it twisted, bro. Like, every fight ain't gotta be a damn Super Bowl, right? And your actions, that's what I'm watching. I'm hearing you talk. And it's so funny because I'm like, on another, no, I'm going off just off thoughts off my mind, and I'm saying to myself, like, what the hell is Roach doing? Lamont Roach.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, Lamont is.
Great question. Dudes ain't trying to fucking see that heat after we seen what Tank did. My opinion. I got it.
Fought at 100 and Lamont has fought at 140 pounds, 135. Like Lamont throughout his entire career, he's in between those weight classes. And he's a hell of a fight for anybody, I believe, at this point. For anybody. You know what? You don't hear nobody calling his name. You don't hear nobody trying to line it up with him. Right?
I've used the standard Bluetooth tablets before, and they work.
Again, we will have a premium back tomorrow, but for tonight,
they're in fourth, getting ready to fight.
Yeah.
That's a great. I mean, look, that's a great fight. That's a fantastic fight. But you got a guy like Foster who has 3 losses, which doesn't interest people, doesn't interest Shakur, However, that was earlier in his career.
Right.
This is different now. This guy is completely different. Like he is skilled, highly skilled, and he's gonna get in there and he's about to get ready to fight the little baby replica of Shakur Stevenson. And if he runs through him, I wouldn't mind seeing Foster and Shakur go at it. I mean, there's a lot of fights that I think these guys are missing out on because, again, the risk reward.
Right.
They're like, nah.
That's it. Yeah.
The risk reward thing. But there's a lot of fights that can be made, man. And they're not happening at the moment for whatever reason. Like I told you, they want more money. And that's the issue.
I think Devin, that's part of what
that was what LT was alluding to. It's just a matter of payday. I don't entirely disagree, but I'm just, I think we need to take time to let shit play out. Excuse me. We need to allow time for the long-term game plan of all these entities, the boxers, the promotion body, especially a motherfucking new motherfucker in the game like Zuffa. When was the last time we got a new motherfucker in the game at that level? What, the WBO 20 years ago? No, I mean, they were in the game in the 90s. So let's look at the WBO and how long it took them to become a major recognized belt. I think that's the barometer we should be using rather than saying, oh, you got to come out the gate. And if you ain't the number one entity, then you ain't shit. How are you going to flex on that, man? I think people need to pump the brakes. And that's what I've been spitting, not only all night, but for months now. Maybe ever since Zuffa was announced, I knew it was going to take time because I'm a man that's been in his prime. I ain't going to say I'm on the decline, bars. But, yeah, I know how long it takes to build some shit up. Let's go, though. Very easy.
Devin's probably facing right now, right, is trying to get a fight, and he probably wants more money, and it hasn't been made. So
look, I get it. If you can find somebody stupid enough to pay you, I get it. I mean,
do you give Devin the edge then against Shakur right now?
Right now,
144, 147.
At 47, right now, I would give Devin the edge. At 47, at 144, I got Shakur. But at 47, right now, if Shakur was going to 47, Devin. Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to agree. If he goes off top, he just got the 140. Don't forget that. And beat what y'all said was a 50-50 fight. It got me a 1.5 racks. Shout out to the $1 Million Man, CJ Debiase. If I got to pop my own collar, I'm going to make a holla. But, yes, CJ Debiase won a big purse on that. I got the purse. I got the fight purse. But no. If Shakur goes, let me get back to the boxing. If Shakur goes to 147 right now, and that's his first fight, yeah, I would agree with him. I would favor Haney, maybe up in a 60-40 affair. But again, that's only due to size. If he takes 2 fights to get acclimated, who fucking knows? Or if it's a catch weight, similar situation, who fucking knows? Because Devin would be drained. I mean, that would be the narrative at least. Because you said he was a weight bully at 140, so we would have to be drained to go anything below 147. Let's go. Very easy. Shout out Fight Hype. We're gonna put a bow on it with this.
Because Devin understands, and Devin understands Shakur. He understands how to deal with him, and he knows what he got to do to deal with him. That it'll be a mixture. It will be a mixture of boxing and smart pressure, and letting his hands go. And I mean, I watched their sparring session 100 times. Like I watched. So like Devin got some dog in him too. He got some dog in him. Shakur got dog in him as well. But Shakur wouldn't be able to be cute on the outside and beat him with just one hand. Ain't no way. Yeah, ain't no way. So 47 at 147 right now, I would favor Devin. At 144, I would favor Shakur. And then if Shakur takes some time and build himself up to 147, I got Shakur. Yeah.
All right. That is the bow. So let me get my outro. Bars. Thanks for everyone who pulled up tonight. Might have had our peak viewers tonight. It's not close to it. So I respect it, definitely. I don't neglect it. I want to give a supreme shout out to everyone who hit the Cash App. Tonight it was Rob and LT. Shout out to y'all. Everyone who pulled up on the panel. Who I have: Mo, I have Fun Truck, I had J Money, had LT. I feel like I'm leaving someone out, but yeah, shout out to everyone. You make the conversation flow. You feel me? And I'm just a fan like y'all. I want to bounce my opinions off of other people, so that's where I'm at with it. Who else pulled up in the chat? My man Just Do. We have Bulbous. I'm surprised. I got the not only the most Latino panelists, but in the chat, y'all ran it up heavy. Shout out to you, Bulbous Puro Sur. Surprised I didn't see Serrata in here, but yeah, man. Anyone who fucks with me, it don't matter your race, man. That's not what it's about. Boxing fans, boxing purists who want to sack up, no Bulbous and rock with me. Oh, shout out to my number one sub, Kalia, obviously. Like I said, Just Do. Terrence McClain, y'all go and like and sub to him. No Duck Zone. He really out here in the field teaching these amateur fighters, putting in the work on the ground level. Something I'm not doing, which, hey, we all got our own lane, right? But everyone who fucks with boxing and fucks with me, shout out to you. Stomach is growling, starving like Marvin, and I'm gonna hit that DoorDash. But yo, it was a good Friday night. We got a lit shit tomorrow, right? So let me go out with this. I may or may not do my first live call. That's on the table. But if not, immediately after, I will be going live again. I'm trying to make some money making maneuvers, man. I'm trying to really get on this grind, man, before I'm out this bitch. So, yo, again, salute to everyone. Like, share, subscribe. If you feel so inclined, it's not expected, but it is respected. Hit the Cash App, Yarrai. $sign CJ Rich 2026 in this bitch at the bottom of the screen. Yarramin, and with that, it's over. Hova. I'm about to go I'm about to go gorge like it's Thanksgiving. I can't lie, man. I'm about to eat too much. But y'all got it. Peace.